Testing 1 2 3. 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 Just let me know if that's too loud or if it's okay. If you guys can hear me again. Let's just refresh and check. Okay. 1 second. 1 second. Just checking back in. Of course, this happens on a live event, everyone. That's just what happens. Live, sometimes, you know, things are out of your control, so we're going to get through the technical stuff. Testing 1 2 3. Testing. In testing, 1 quick second. Testing 1 2 3. Sounds like testing 1 2 3. Sounds like I am heard now. Too loud, or if it's okay. You guys can hear me okay? Go ahead and put in the chat box if you can hear me a-okay. Would that be okay? All right. Of course, this happens on a live. Yeah. Okay, here we go. What happens live, sometimes, you know, things are out of your control. Let me turn that volume down. Okay. So now you can hear me. Awesome. So let me go back in and check my volume. Okay. I think I'm using this, right? Hello, hello. So, yeah. Okay. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you being here, and sorry for the technical problems initially getting here. This microphone doesn't need to be here. I'm actually using a different mic, so sorry about that. Sorry that there were just a couple snafus on me starting this bad boy up. Wouldn't you know it? Wouldn't you know it? It happens like on the today of all days. Yeah. There we go. Okay, good. So you can hear me. Okay, great. Welcome. All right. Now, here's what we're going to do today, everyone. I wanted to first off welcome you to the event tonight. This is going to be very similar to what we did before. This is completely live, as you can tell by the technical things that just happened. But what I want to do is answer your questions. I'm also going to talk to you about the 4 different types of events in the Event Launch Blueprint, because many of you have been asking about that. Now I see I have quite a few questions coming in right now. Many of them are what happened and things like that. So let me just go through. Yep, I just disappeared. Yeah, okay, so countdown, 12 minutes right now. Okay, yeah. So, question, lifetime upgrades, now you have audio, great. Okay, so here's what happened with that. As you guys noticed, Google Hangout shut down for a second. My Google Hangout collapsed. And the interesting thing about this is that I actually started a brand new one, and you probably didn't have too many problems. Now, some of you may have been redirected right into my right into the sales page, because that's what happens when this one is over. It automatically redirects. I changed that now since then, so now it would stay. Even if there's a technical problem, it won't send you off anywhere. It would just keep you here, and you just wait till the next event rolls in, and that's how kind of the software works. But for that situation, the snafu, you were sent directly to sales page potentially. Now you're probably working your way back to the page. I see more people coming in right now. Yes, your audio is good. Okay, excellent. So I think there are a couple things. I have a storm going on over here. That could be one of the reasons as to why the live stream was acting a little wonky. That's definitely a possibility. It could just be that the world is saying hey, we want to make a couple things go wrong, which is totally fine, and it's really a question of how you respond to those issues as they pop up. But Howard, I just wanted to thank you. Thank you, Howard from Georgia. Carol, Abby, I have Sam here, Dan, Julie, Jen, Craig is here, Edward, Peter, Paul, Sam, Matt, Molly, Wayne, Tara, David, Sandra, Mike, Leroy, Carl, Adele, Julia, Tommaso, Firehooz, Anton, Rush, Greg, Sharon, Mary, Karen, and Anthony. So all of you who are here, welcome. And I want to go through a lot of your questions just so we're knocking some of those out. So just so you're aware. So start putting your questions in now so that we can start getting them kind of pushed to the front here so I can start using them, okay? So right away I have Julie from HeinImagesStylist.com. Hello. I'm thinking of swapping over from Webinar Jam mainly to do live sessions. What are the benefits of using EasyWebinar as opposed to Webinar Jam for these type of live sessions? It's interesting, and you're asking if there's a time lag with live recordings. Well, guess what? And this is not my statement, but it's our customer statement. I was told by Kimra Luna. I don't know how many of you know Kimra Luna, but she said the live stream is actually faster with our software. I don't know why. Maybe it's because we are not a Google Hangout plugin. We take the YouTube URL and put it into our system. If we were a Google Hangout plugin, what would happen is the whole system would shut down and you wouldn't have been able to come back into the room. But we are not. So that's one of the benefits. But to me, I thought that universally Google Hangouts and YouTube Live had that time delay. Now, sometimes there are ways to buffer against that, actually, depending on what kind of system you're using, your input and your output. What I could do today is kind of share with you one of my live stream secrets, if you're interested, Julie. And then we can talk more about EasyWebinar. So very first thing I do want to say, though, for those who are coming in the door, EasyWebinar 4.0, the discounts end tonight, as well as the discounts and the bonus. We have plans to end it tonight. And of course, when you do come through, you're simply going to get EasyWebinar, which is a plugin that plugs right into your WordPress site. And you can do not only live events, Julie, that's the other aspect of this, not only live events, but automated events. And that's kind of the bigger picture here, is that we not only do these live presentations, just like this, just like we're doing now, but you can take this and repurpose it as an automated event, and not just a replay. There's a big difference between a replay and an automated webinar or automated event. A replay is just the video that plays again, and if you refresh it, it plays from the beginning. We are an automated system to where if you refresh on one of our automated webinars, which are pre-recorded video, it will not start from the beginning. It will continue playing on as in real time. Okay, it will play in real time with the look of live. It has that feel of live and that engagement level of live, and that's one of the elements. So we have that coupled with advanced scheduling. So you can schedule what was once live and schedule it to be streamed out in your attendee's own time zone and multiple times during the day. And you have just so many different scheduling options on top of that. So, and that's the same webinar. So you can take this same webinar, the one I'm in now, I could take this and suddenly turn it into a recurring automated event and have it work for me on autopilot. And that's a very big difference between us and many of the competitors out there. We are a one-click system that changes from live to automated and back from automated to live with one click of the button. And it is something that can allow you to repurpose your best shows, your most high engaging events. So, you know, yesterday, I don't know if you know, but I ran my Q&A session all day yesterday as an automated event, and I still got questions coming in all the time, and I was responding to them. And that's the power behind it. That's some of the things that you can do with it. And so I would start thinking about that, putting yourself in the mindset of how can you build into your event, how can you build in the elements of scalability, okay, so that you can now use something like repurposing a video and scale your business up, and automation. So that's the power of it, and I hope that answers a little bit of your question, Julie. Yes, you could, and Julie said, so I could use this to start my own TV channel on YouTube. Well, you could use yes, you could use it as a TV channel. In fact, one of our customers, one of our clients, has her own TV network. She uses our software to stream out broadcast events, but that are actually pre-recorded. However, you could stream out live events too, but right now she uses it more like a TV station that streams out automated events and pre-recorded events that play, you know, at specifically 8 p.m., right? But not just 8 p.m. in, say, your time zone, Julie, which you're in, I think you're in Australia, right? And if that's the case, then it would play in your time zone, Australia, at 8 p.m. It would play in my time zone in Los Angeles at 8 p.m. and so on and so forth. And she's using it to actually create this wonderful TV network as a broadcasting tool. That's what she's doing. And it's just a really, really cool business model that she's actually doing. So the answer is yes, and totally you could create a show out of it. So Brad is saying, question, is the default, and hi Brad from Safe Harbor Marketing, is the default live streaming for the use, or sorry, let me read that better. Is the default live stream for to use only Google Hangouts, or does it default using YouTube Live? Okay, so many people have been asking me this. Really, what's the difference between YouTube Live and Google Hangouts? And your second question, Brad, was what is YouTube Live and how does it compare to Google Hangouts? Google Hangouts are notoriously unreliable, as was just proven. Is the YouTube Live function included or an added cost feature? No, it's included. And YouTube Live, actually, here's the thing about YouTube Live. It gives you more options of streaming than just Google Hangouts. Right now, we're doing a Google Hangout. I don't want to blow your mind here too much, but we're doing a Google Hangout style presentation inside YouTube Live. Okay? I want you to think of YouTube Live as this streaming mechanism that can take a Google Hangout and stream that in, or it can take another thing like Wirecast. I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but you can use something like Wirecast and YouTube Live and do like 2 screens, and you can play video inside it and all sorts of stuff. So YouTube Live actually gives you way more flexibility, and we integrate with it because it's a very simple thing. We just take the YouTube URL that the event is being streamed into and pop it right into EasyWebinar, and now you have an event that's running through YouTube Live. So I hope that answers your question. They are pretty much, they're not the same thing, but they're owned by the same company, Google, and Google Hangouts, as I said, integrates into it. So you can start a Google Hangout in a YouTube Live event, and then you have all the things that a Google Hangout will have, such as up to 10 presenters in the room, or you can stream out and show your presentation, and so on and so forth. Now, when you use YouTube Live and a different streaming system like Wirecast, let's say, well, with Wirecast, you're going to see that you can have different streams. You can put in video. You can play video, and it will fade from one to the next. And it's really cool. And I was thinking about doing it with this event tonight using YouTube Live, but I decided that I'd stick with Google Hangouts. And of course, as we saw what happened, Google Hangouts said, no, sorry, don't want you to work tonight. So, but normally, I have never, ever had a problem with Google Hangouts in the last 2 years that I've been using it. So, but we are in a storm situation. So it could have been more of the internet than Google Hangouts itself. So, okay. Peter, I bet it's Peter, from ClickRain is saying, can you have a call out happen during a live event, like a purchase now or downloading now? Or can you do timed events while the live event is happening or on the go? I hope this makes sense. Yes, it does. And so here's the thing. We don't have the deliver timed events on the fly, like while you're in your back office. You'd have to create them ahead of time. And normally that's what I do personally. I create them ahead of time, and you may see them if you're coming here today. We may have some underneath right now. You actually might see a timed event pop in right now for the event launch blueprint potentially. So that could be something that you're seeing. And then I know when I'm going to have my pitch generally, and that's when I open up and have my buy now button. But here's the thing about that. Oftentimes, a lot of people talk about, well, you're supposed to deliver the buy now button as soon as the pitch is coming. And yes, that's true. But at the same time, why don't you test it out yourself? Because sometimes I know people that have used, like John Lee Dumas, for instance, who has the buy now button in there from the beginning. He doesn't ever change it. It's always there, ready to go. And it gives people the opportunity to come on through right away. I don't know. I think things are changing a bit where you don't necessarily need to drop it right at the exact moment that you're speaking during a live event. And me personally, I know that at like 45 minutes when I do an automated or a live event, I'm going to probably be pitching at that point. That's when I, generally speaking, have my buy now button show up right around when I know after the timing my presentations over and over and over again, I know that's when I'm going to probably be pitching. So I hope that makes sense. That's what you can do with EasyWebinar, Peter. Okay, so Clay, I have Clay Tudor. It's always great when doing a remote video interview of someone to have both screens at once, not the bouncing back and forth format. Can we do that with EasyWebinar 4.0? No, actually you could. You could with YouTube Live. With YouTube Live, our integration with YouTube Live, you can do pretty much anything, but it does require you to get a Wirecast, which does cost money, but I think actually there's a free version of Wirecast. And you can do anything. You could do the split screen with you and somebody else. You could do all sorts of stuff. There are also additions that you can add to Google Hangouts that let you do that as well. Me personally, I like the going back and forth. I think it keeps the energy up. More so than the Skype thing where your guys are kind of neck to neck. It just gets kind of boring that way. I'd rather like go back and forth. That's me personally. So, but Clay, to answer your question, yes. Okay, Matt is saying, do you have to start with an actual live webinar, or can you pre-record and edit a presentation and then broadcast that? Matt, yes. Matt Gallagher, yes, exactly. You can do exactly that. You don't have to start with a live event. We don't have to do this live event. We could have just started off as an automated event right from the beginning. We could just be a video. You could be a video. In our system, we work with YouTube. We work with Vimeo Plus. You can actually put a Vimeo video in there, and it will stream in real time. What else? Not just those two, but Amazon S3 video. Okay, you can upload a video right through our system via Amazon S3. If you know what that is, it's a hosting company that will host your videos, and then you're streaming out pre-recorded video. We also have our own built-in hosting program. So if you want us to host things for you, that's an additional cost. It's $37 a month, but we will host your videos for you once you come on in. And you could just upload your videos straight through our system, and boom, we're hosting them for you. I can show you a little bit of that as we push on here. So Brad Reed is saying, question, does YouTube Live require special hardware or some kind of special encoding software? Well, Wirecast is what you would need. And I can show you that as well if you want. Molly is saying, I'm a complete novice. What should I do? Where should I start? Okay, this is I appreciate that you said this. Molly, let me ask you this though. Do you have a company? Let me know. Let me know, put it in the chat box if you have a company. And she also said, how should I use a webinar to boost my new real estate business? Okay, well, now we know her company. Let me take out my gum. This is so, sorry, that's so tacky, right? That I just pulled gum out while I'm doing my presentation. So how do you boost your new real estate business? Well, I was in real estate for several years, and what's the one thing when you're trying to sell real estate, sell sell loans? It's having the ability to get leads and get potential clients, right? Webinars are great because they build a know, like, and trust. They allow you to teach something over a period of time, and that organically gets people on a one-on-one level with you. And it does two things. You have to remember something. Webinars are good because you connect with someone on the heart level. That's one very important element of a webinar. Remember, did you guys get this? Did you get my six crucial strategy steps for a high converting webinar? Well, if you didn't, one of those pieces of the pie is telling your story. And when you're telling your story, here are the six right here. I wonder if you can see that. Can you see that? There are the six right there. And when you're telling your story, that's when you have the opportunity of connecting on a heart level. But then you also want to connect on a head level, a logical level, right? Because heart and logic are the keys to sales, right? So logically, you want people to say, well, okay, I like Molly, she makes sense, I like her business, and watch how she portrays herself. But how do I really know that she's the right agent for me? How should I, what should I do? And in that regard, you want to show stats, things that will let them understand, this is where the market is going. These are my past clients. These houses sold at this during this market flux here, and that's how you know that you're going to get the same quality with me. So that's the thing, is you want to connect on the heart level, but then you have to connect on the head level as well. And what you can do is automated webinars and live webinars allow you to collect leads. It builds a business. It brings in high quality potential customers. Okay, I don't know where you came from, Molly, whether you came from Facebook, whether you came and were referred by somebody, or if you've been on my list for a while. But this is how it works. You come in and you start to learn from me, or you start to get to know me a bit more. Maybe you're slightly hesitant because you don't know me all the way. Maybe you've been burned by somebody else. All of these elements. This is why webinars are perfect, because they allow you to kind of take down that barrier that you normally and sometimes often see when you're trying to connect on and build leads online. I wouldn't be able to sell. I would not be able to sell if I did not do this, if I didn't put myself in front of a video, if you didn't see me, if you didn't see everything about me. This is a pure transparency marketing at its finest. And that's the idea behind it, is that, that's what webinars can do for you. And if you're just starting out, let me get to your question. If you are a novice, what should you do? Well, EasyWebinar is a system that has some technical hurdles, not hurdles, but let's call them. You have to kind of it integrates with your WordPress site. So you need a WordPress site first off, and then EasyWebinar just pops right into it. And then you need to understand that you probably want to create a video or a presentation. And in that regard, you could use Google Hangouts. So you'd have to have like a YouTube account to do that, and then you could start an event just like what we're doing now. And you could share your presentation or you in front of the camera, and then that would automatically become a video. That's the brilliant thing about this, is that I started this YouTube Live Google Hangout, and as soon as it's over, as soon as I stop that broadcast button, it will become a video, and I can take that and repurpose it, use it over and over again. The brilliant thing about it, though, is that I don't have to do anything with EasyWebinar. The video is already in there. The YouTube URL is already inside EasyWebinar working. So as soon as I end this broadcast, I don't have to mess with anything. It's just already in there, ready to go. So I hope that answers your question. I think if you're a novice and you want to join us and you have a business, come in, start learning the tutorials, come into the Facebook group, and start talking with people who are doing this in their business. I mean, it's amazing, because just yesterday, my web designer, he did, and I didn't know that he was even using our software yet. In fact, that was his first one. He made $2,000 yesterday on an automated webinar with our software. He was driving Facebook ads. He watched some training and he figured out how to get some leads on Facebook. He didn't have that many, but he had enough to where at the end when he finally pitched, he made $2,000. And this is something that's normal. And I know it doesn't seem normal if you're someone who's not familiar with it, but if you're a novice, you have to allow yourself to say, okay, this is something other people are doing. I know logically to me this just doesn't make sense, because how does someone make $2,000 by doing something like this? It just doesn't make sense. I know your mind might be thinking that. I know that because I've been there before. I've definitely, oh my God, I've been there before. But the brilliant thing is that talk to other people, meet other people who are doing this, grow with them, and learn from them. And the more you learn, the more it becomes a reality. And the bigger the reality, the more freedom you have. It's just an incredible thing. I know it's corny to say freedom, but listen, and I only say this because there are maybe some of you who are beginners or never made any money online. I started off in the real estate niche, and I was commuting 50 miles a day getting to my job, and it was a really rough time. And after the market crashed, it was a blessing and a curse. First a curse because I went from making a six-figure business to $15,000 the next day or next year, and I almost lost this house twice. But it was also a blessing because it put me down this path, this weird path of looking for leads online, and suddenly I stumbled upon online marketing, and suddenly I stumbled upon video marketing, and now I've grown into having a software that does live stream events and automated events. And it's just, you never know what's the world will you don't know where the world will take you. You have to just go with it. So I'm just really excited that was my path, and it was a growth thing. I had to take a lot of leaps of faith. A lot of people didn't believe anything that I was doing. My wife didn't believe me. Family didn't believe me. They all thought I was doing some weird MLM thing on the web. Sorry, I have mosquitoes in the house for some reason. It was just, it was a really tough time to be able to persevere and push through. And now, I have a very, very, very comfortable mid six-figure business and going into a seven-figure business. So, it's just, you never know where the world will take you. You just have to be open to it. And I'm sorry for going on a rant like that, but I hope that answered a little bit of your question, Molly. Do you have lead pages integration for automated webinars? And the answer is yes, Chad. Now we don't, it's not, we are working on a streamlined integration, but we have our customers who have actually used lead pages and used lead pages with our automated system. Here's the actual thing you may have to do. Download the HTML page of your lead pages page and then use our iframe and put it right in. And you can do the same thing with Optimized Press 2 as well. And that's how customers are using our software with lead pages now. But I'm in talks with Clay Collins at Lead Pages, and we are going to talk about, a deeper integration. So people that are coming in right now, if you are coming into EasyWebinar right now, what's going to be happening here is that you're going to be grandfathered in after the price goes to a yearly price, and after we go into this hosting plan. We're going to host everybody's webinars, okay? So right now, yes, we are a plugin that plugs right into WordPress, but in the next, I'd say in the next 3 months, we're changing it over to where it will be hosted, okay? And if you come in now, you get grandfathered in to where you don't have to pay the yearly price for the hosting. So that's one of the major benefits. And also you get future updates. So when we do come out with that more streamlined lead pages integration, you get that automatically. So I hope that makes some sense, Chad. But we have people using it right now who are using them to do their automated webinars with lead pages. It just takes a couple steps. But this is a whole new world. So we're making ourselves more integrated all the time. But just so you're aware, yes, we have that. Do you need a special microphone like a Blue Snowball or Blue Yeti? You don't need a special microphone, but they're just easier to use. These guys are USB ports that port right into your computer. So I'm answering Sam's question, by the way. And it's just so much easier. Now, today, I'm using something a little bit different. I'm using a wireless mic. It's wireless. Yeah, it's wireless. I'm so excited that I was actually able to figure out how to do this wireless mic, and I just have to make sure that my battery life is lasting long enough. but it's a wireless mic, which has much higher quality. These are $600 mics, but you don't have to do this. This Blue Yeti Snowball mic is only $79. And that's all it takes to get started, $79. And the camera that I'm using right now, is a Logitech C920, and it's, let's see, it costs an additional like 99 bucks. So again, it's really affordable, very, very doable, and you know, and you can rock it out. So I hope that answers that particular question. Let me just grab that. But no, you don't need anything fancy, but a USB port microphone and camera is a good way to go. And I can actually turn this around so you guys can see my setup in a minute here. Question, it looks like there is a way to start with live and then switch over to pre-recorded content and then switch back to live for Q&As, for example. Please talk more about that, how it works with EasyWebinar. Thanks. Okay, that was Brad, and Brad had the second question. Are you using a laptop webcam right now or some other camera? Are there any requirements or limitations on camera use? I have a Logitech C920, perfect. Also some old Firewire DV camcorders that I've streamed Google Hangouts with. Awesome, I've actually wanted to do that. So no, all that stuff you can do. You know, the idea behind live stream is that you just want to have a good high-speed processor on your computer. That's really what it's about, high-speed processor. If you have that, and if you have like, you know, the best internet you can get, that's what it's really about. I've used an old MacBook Pro, old one, and it just didn't have the same quality as this new one that I got this last year that has, you know, the Retina display, and it streams out. It's the processor, I'm convinced, that makes it the higher quality. And you can start seeing when your processor starts slowing down, your live streams don't look good anymore. But a couple things that I do to make my live stream okay, I close down all my windows. In fact, I need to close down Wirecast, and that's probably why before Google Hangout fell on me. As I said, I use, what was I saying? Oh my gosh, I just drew a blank. What was I just saying? Okay, I said that, oh my gosh, I really literally just drew a blank. Sorry. Sorry, I know what I was saying. So sorry, what I do is I don't use I don't use my Wi-Fi when I'm doing a live stream. I'm actually plugged right into my computer, okay? So I'm hardwired in for that, and I'm using two monitors. So here's my computer, my MacBook Pro right here. Right here is a second monitor that I have my Logitech camera on, and I'm answering questions right here. These are your questions that are coming into my email, and I just see them, and I'm answering them in real time. Now, Brad, back to your question about switching back and forth, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, here's the thing. You can start with an automated webinar, and as soon as that automated webinar is over, you can redirect someone right into a live Q&A session that you're doing. And it can be pretty seamless. And that's one of the elements. That's kind of a hybrid. You can also, with YouTube Live, you could start live, go automated, so you can start live, play a video, and then go right back into automated with YouTube Live. It's a brilliant thing. I wish I had started it with YouTube Live, but the camera was acting up a little, so I didn't do that. I stuck with Google Hangouts, but I could have showed you that I could play a video very easily. It would transition to a video if I wanted to, and it would just show it. And I could sit back and go to the bathroom or go eat dinner while that video was doing its thing and working for me. You could use that with YouTube Live and Wirecast, and it streams right through our system like that. So Jennifer is saying, does the price include upgrades to future versions? Yes, it does. Yes, it does, Jennifer. It does. That's what this one does. Can you edit the recorded video to remove a part before uploading it to YouTube? Absolutely. And here's a cool thing. If you say do, and this is Whitman Abel is asking this question. Also, here's a cool thing. If you create the event, inside Google Hangouts, so you create a Google Hangout, and let's say the first 10 minutes of that Google Hangout video, because after you stop the broadcast, that what was once live now goes into your YouTube video manager, shows up right as one of those videos in your video manager, okay? You can go in there and you can actually edit that video to remove the first 10 minutes of that video where you maybe have some issues or problems. So you can start fresh, and then you don't have to do anything inside EasyWebinar because the video URL is already in there. You just edit that video and save it, and then that same video will now be edited. I hope that makes sense. Okay, awesome, Molly. John, that's me giving you a high five. John Lee Dumas recommended you. Thank you. That was amazing. Just what I was looking for. Awesome, Molly. I'm glad that you are here. Thank you for coming in. And you know, John uses our software all the time. He sent a video recently. You probably saw this, where he said, "Hey, just today I made $2,000 using EasyWebinar, using it's the automated platform." And in December, late December, in a week, John made about almost $17,000 from the actual EasyWebinar page. Like they clicked on and through and bought. So, you know, there are people like that all the time, but not just John Lee Dumas, who obviously has a bigger list. He has a community. He's been growing it. He's been doing really well. But there are other people just like you who are coming in and learning this stuff and finding leads coming in, you know, just like some of our other clients who have like 5 people or 10 people on a webinar and still make sales. You don't have to have that many people on a webinar to make sales. You know, we could literally have only 10 people on, and you could potentially make $1,000 worth of sales. Because all you have to do is maybe convert one of those people into a $1,000 coaching program, and you are set, right? So, you know, just start thinking about that. You don't have to be, you know, huge. Jeff Z, I love it, Jeff. Jeff is saying, can XSplit be used with EasyWebinar in place of Wirecast for YouTube's live stream? Jeff Z knows what he's talking about. XSplit is a really cool tool, by the way, guys. Let me just drink my coffee. Bulletproof coffee. XSplit is a very, very cool bit of software. It's similar to Wirecast in the sense that you can play video through Hangouts. So the thing that we were talking about, I think it was Chad who just asked this before, right? The thing about how, you know, going from live to automated to live. Well, with XSplit, that's XSPLIT, you can take that and integrate it with Google Hangouts, and then you can stream out live video inside there. In fact, maybe I wonder if I have XSplit on my computer. I don't know if I do or not. I'd have to check. Yeah, I don't think I have it up at the moment. Right now, I'm not using it, but I have used it before, and it works great. You can use it in place of Wirecast. Wirecast has just a few more bells and whistles, but it still works great. Okay. All right, let's see here. Question regarding updates. Upgrades for version 4X, 4.1, 2, 3, 4, or upgrades beyond. You guys are very detailed, yes. So Brad is saying, do we get version 4 and 5 and version 6 and 7, or are you talking about version 4.4, 4.5, 4.6, 4.7? Okay, here's the deal. You get added to the SaaS version when we go SaaS. That means the hosted version. And at this point, we don't experience, just like lead pages, if you ever bought lead pages, you're probably grandfathered in to where you don't have to pay yearly, but you still have access to the software and mostly access to everything else. Well, right now, you get that with us, okay? Now, if we grow to be huge and we offer all sorts of crazy stuff that's just gonna cost us a lot of money, I may say, hey, if you want to get these additional things that are gonna cost us X, Y, and Z, you may have to come through and purchase. But everybody who's coming through now, when we go to the hosted version, we're planning on hosting your emails too. And normally that's gonna cost you something. But with us, it's not. So that's another element to that if you come through, you know, we are not just, you know, the idea is that you're gonna get a lot more than just, you know, a page builder. We're not just a page builder. You know, we stream out video. We have a built-in notification system. We have a lot of stuff. We have redirects happening all over the place. You know, Lead Pages is a wonderful software, but it's mostly just, it's mostly HTML. There's not a lot of redirect stuff and, you know, boom, boom, going here and going there and deliveries and things like that. That is what we have, and as we grow, you're going to be there with us, and you're going to get all the features that we are going to be rolling out for that. Now, again, as I said, if there is a point where we can't do that based on cost, we're going to have to talk and talk about that. But the brilliant thing is that if anybody knows me and anybody knows, you know, how long our company's been around and the customers that we have, our customers, we've always put them first. We've always made sure that we give them more than what they're expecting. Okay, that's my motto, is that, you know, kind of over-deliver, underwhelm and over-deliver. That's kind of my thing. I don't like people that overwhelm and under-deliver. That's just not my deal. So, you know, like for instance, you know, we gave all of our existing customers something really yummy and special because they're our existing customers. So chances are we're going to do that with you, and just be aware of that. That, you know, we're always thinking about you. So you will get the SaaS version when we do go and move into that. And right at the moment, you're getting all future updates as it is. You know, when we move in any other stuff happening, you're going to get those updates. I hope that helps. Okay, let's move on. So Sandra is saying, if I don't choose EasyWebinar's commercial license now, can I pay later? Could you tell us more about the commercial license? I just noticed it. Sure, Sandra. So the commercial license is if you have clients and you want to sell EasyWebinar's service to your clients. Okay, that's really what it is. We give you that permission, but that's not the end of it. What we also do is we are going to give you 5 additional sub-users who will have their own logins to your account, and you can give them and set permission to them to only access certain sites' webinars. Okay, they can only access certain sites that you give them permission to access, and the webinars listed for them. Because EasyWebinar, you have to understand something. Everything is created inside EasyWebinar. Okay, you don't build out any of your webinars back in WordPress. Everything is inside EasyWebinar. So when you list a site inside EasyWebinar, you list the site, and then all the webinars show up underneath. And then you decide which one you're going to edit, right? And of course, you would just add more to it. So your clients, or say your VAs, you can give them certain sites that they can edit the webinars on, right? And if it's a client that is like, you know, myclientsite.com, well, you know, yeah, you want to give them access maybe to their webinars and their analytics, right? So that they can see some stuff. That is if you want. So that's what the commercial license has. We give you permission to use it on your client sites, charge them whatever you want. It's almost like a resale license, but we don't want you to resell it to the world. But you can use it for your client sites, and you get up to 5 additional users you can essentially, you know, add the license to. You can add the license to any of your clients, an unlimited number of sites. Okay, but the 5 additional user logins allows you to have your clients log in, your VA to log in. It gives you just more flexibility, and it also gives you a higher perceived value, so that when you do go and pitch to your clients, you can say, yeah, I'm going to give you a login, and here's your login so you can check out your webinars. And if you want to add a webinar, go ahead and feel free, and I can tweak it later. You know, it gives them, and then they know, oh man, yeah, this is great. I can log in and I can add some stuff, and you know, and she's charging me $1,000 a month or $2,000 a month to do it. This is great because I can check my data and stats and all sorts of stuff. So I hope that makes sense. And then Sandra, you're saying, if I don't choose it now, can I choose it later? I believe we have it in the back end as an upgrade. I have to check though. I have to check to see if it's back there, but I believe it is back there if you decide to get it after you pick up the unlimited license and you want to get the commercial license after that. Okay, Edward is saying, I see Aweber and Constant Contact. Do you also recommend GetResponse? Or do you connect with GetResponse? Yes, we do. Yes, we do connect with GetResponse. I hope that makes sense. And Edward is saying, please move the microphone if you don't need it. It covers your face and is very distracting. This microphone? Let me just push that back. And then Edward said, wait, I just paid $500 for EasyWebinar. Now you're saying Webinar Jam is better for live? Did I ever say that? Does anyone remember me saying that? I don't believe I said that. In fact, I don't agree with that because Webinar Jam is a plugin for WordPress a plugin for Google Hangouts, and it only streams out public events, which means that your events, if you want to do a Google or a GoToWebinar style event, you can't do it because it's always going to be found in your YouTube feed, okay, that live event, or your Google Plus feed. With our software, because we integrate with both YouTube Live and Google Hangouts, you can start a YouTube Live event as unlisted, and then it's private. No one can watch it except right from our page. No one can see it. It's not going to show up in your YouTube account. It's not going to show up in your Google Plus account. So Edward, no, I never claimed that, and I would never claim that. And our customers would never claim that either. So cheers and shalom. Okay, let's move on. Is it better to install? This is a great question. Howard is saying, is it better to install the plugin on a subdomain? Example, webinars.mysite.com or on a folder such as mysite.com/webinars. Yes, I think it is actually. Oftentimes, I think adding it to a subdomain that doesn't have a lot of junk on it is a smart way to go, because a lot of us have WordPress sites that have just too much stuff on it. We have a bunch of old plugins that don't work, and it can conflict with what EasyWebinar has, because EasyWebinar has a lot of redirect stuff happening. And if you have a caching plugin or old plugins, there could be a conflict. Now, when it comes to, say, lead pages or optimized press, we don't have a conflict there. But with outdated plugins or caching plugins, we do. And in that regard, we suggest putting EasyWebinar sometimes on a subdomain, not your main domain, just so it's clean. And then you can have it running, and it's smooth, and it's brilliant, and it's perfect. So I hope that does make sense. Howard also said, will our videos receive the same SEO ranking advantage as Google Hangouts? Yes, 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 they will. In fact, YouTube Live has better ranking than Google Hangouts. You're welcome. The other thing is that EasyWebinar is optimizable. So the pages, your webinars, have SEO information in them, to where now if someone types in, your name or your webinar name, it can pop up and show the webinar that you have. And it won't send them to like a thank you page, or won't send them into the event page. They will always be redirected to the registration page. So you can get organic traffic coming to your webinars because they are SEO ranked. And that's one of the powerful and wonderful things about using our software with your own WordPress site. Now you have full control, and you get the SEO benefits. Awesome, Brad. Brad just said, wow, you just sold me. Wow, you just sold me on picking up the commercial license. Well, it's a great deal. I'm telling you, you can sell anything to your clients. It's awesome. In fact, we proved this. We've proven this because we have our own service-based business inside EasyWebinar. It's called Producer's Corner. And we have people always wanting us to set up their webinars for them. So we know it's available. And in fact, I may do at some point here pretty soon, I might do a certification process so that everybody gets certified with using EasyWebinar, understanding Google Hangouts, YouTube Live, and you can actually become one of our producers and actually start getting your clients that way. So if you're interested, just let me know. Send a shout out. And I'll be mentioning, when we're going to start looking at our certification process for for the Producer's Corner, where we start training some producers. But it's definitely a sought after business. You can definitely make good money from it. So just start thinking about that in your back pocket. Paul Pruitt is saying, do you connect with MailChimp? Yes, 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 we do, Paul. Yes, we do. Yeah, we do it. Sorry, I was looking at my phone. I'm getting a text, looks like from Mike Koenigs. Yeah, okay, cool. So that was Mike. Edward, phew, thanks for clarifying. Of course, no problem, Edward. Edward. Can it be private and host in Vimeo? Yes. That's a good question. I'm not sure if it could be private in Vimeo. No, I think it can. I think it can be private and hosted in Vimeo. Definitely hosted in Vimeo because we're streaming out video with Vimeo, and I can maybe pull up some people and show you when I share my screen at some point here. But yes, that is available. Let me just scroll down to some of the questions that I actually didn't get to. Okay, yes, you need a WordPress site to use EasyWebinar. That was one of the questions I had from earlier. Let's see here. If you are someone who is an EasyWebinar customer and you are doing the upgrade to the 4.0 already, yes, the bonuses are available to you as well. Just to let you know, James. Does EasyWebinar, this is Jeff Z, does EasyWebinar integrate with both OptimizePress and OptimizePress 2? Follow-up question, does XSplit only work with Hangouts or will it work with YouTube live streaming as well? Thanks, cheers. So yes, first off, EasyWebinar integrates with OptimizePress 2 because we have an iframe widget. We have an iframe box that can go into any page builder. And that box, that's how you can integrate with the lead pages. That's how you can integrate with OptimizePress 2, OptimizePress, any page building software, right? Like Page Builder 2 or whatever. There are so many out there. InstaBuilder, things like that. And your next question, does XSplit only work with Hangouts or will it work with YouTube Live? That's a good question. I think it only works with Hangouts. That's my belief. It only works with Google Hangouts. But you're not. I don't know enough of that to answer the question with authority. But I know that Wirecast works with YouTube Live, and I've had to teach that specifically. So that, in my opinion, is how that works. And then XSplit is specifically for Google Hangout. I would Google that to find out, though, just to make sure. Can EasyWebinar connect with different MailChimp accounts? Yes, each one can be connected with a different account because it's primarily just the HTML box that you can roll in there, right? So you just put in your HTML box, HTML code for your MailChimp list that you created, and you sync it up, and then you put EasyWebinar's thank you page as the page that when someone signs up to your MailChimp list, it goes to. And then you take that HTML code and put it in EasyWebinar, and now people are added to your list. At the same time, they're added to EasyWebinar, and they're redirected to the thank you page that EasyWebinar builds out. Okay, so Howard is saying, so what are the levels of licenses that are out there? Levels of license that are out there. Maybe you're saying it right. And how can I tell which level I have? I upgraded in December. Oh, I see. So you're someone who's already inside EasyWebinar. Well, we have all sorts of stuff now. It's kind of crazy. So we have this sub-user license that we have now at the moment. We have your 3.8 that a lot of our existing customers have, which is still kind of the older version that they can upgrade to 4.0. And when you upgrade to 4.0, that's where you get that sub-user account, right? And so I hope that makes sense. So there's 4.0, there's the sub-user count, there is the video hosting that we offer, but now we got rid of our 10-site license. We no longer have that. We only have the unlimited site license right now because we are moving into full SaaS. And this is just kind of our growth process as we've been doing it, as we've taken it from sort of a plug-in concept into more of a hosted concept. I hope that makes some sense, Howard. Hold the press. Did you say there is an upgrade for current clients of EasyWebinar? I've been a member since you started, but I paid $500. Did I pay too much? Yeah, Howard, Edward, there was an upgrade for you. So to get to 4.0. So PM me later on, and we can take care of it. Okay. How did you not get that? It's right in the back office. Okay, let me see some other questions here. Pat, is this playback being monitored Friday 30th, Eastern Standard. This is actually a live event where sometimes they are automated, but this is in fact is a live event happening right now. Okay, so what I'm thinking about doing here is going in and maybe sharing with you a little bit of live stream elements that you can kind of take to the bank. Here's the thing, everybody, that you should know this. So once you come into EasyWebinar, there's going to be an initial thing that you can do. First, you can get the license of EasyWebinar. You can also take the option of the commercial license. And then I have a coaching program that's happening in February. This coaching is all about the 4 steps to the event launch blueprint, okay, which I can share with you. These are the 4 steps that I've used and my clients have used to actually quadruple their sales when they're doing events, because most people just do their live event and maybe the replay. That's number 1 and number 3, the live event and the replay. But what I teach is a live event, a rebroadcast event, the replay, and the automated webinar. So my question to you is, who has done that in their own business? Have you ever created all those levels of events in your own business? Let me know by commenting. Just say, yes, Casey, I have, or no, Casey, I've actually never done that. I would just really, really love to know. So just, yeah, let me know when you can, and that would be incredible. Well, because if you don't, what I could show you is I could show you a little bit about how that works. The 4 steps of the event launch blueprint for doubling to quadrupling your sales when you're doing a promotion. Cool, cool, cool. And I'll finish up with these 2 questions before rolling into that area. Can you set up an SMS reminder for all that for your signups, or is it email only? Well, with our system, it's only email, but we do have a phone field, and that phone field allows you to use things like Call Loop, which is a text, autoresponder, right, or a phone autoresponder. You can integrate that with EasyWebinar and your own, autoresponder, and then have those text reminders. But we don't have it to where if you set up an automated webinar, those text reminders go out. It would have to be like a one-time event, and you'd have to set it up with Call Loop. So we're going to work on doing something like that to where we create an automated text reminders that are based on your attendees' time zone that will send out the automated stuff. Okay, but at the moment we do not. Okay. So included in the updates that may be coming, will the pre-webinar countdown page be made a little more pretty versus, yes. We have, I don't know if you saw all the different templates we have. I'm just using this one just as just because I wanted to use this one and use a couple other ones, or use this one because I've already shown a couple other ones in previous live stream events. But yes, we already have the upgrades. In the 4.0, we have new templates. Each template, you have to understand something. Each template has its own design, okay? That's the thing. Each template comes with its own registration page, thank you page, event page, countdown timer. Everything is different and unique to that particular template. Okay, hope that makes sense. All right. Julie's never heard of the event launch blueprint. I'll probably explain it. So Sandra said, I've done it. I'm a VA, so the commercial license sounds like a great feature for my business as well as everything else. So I'll look out for more details about Producer's Corner. Awesome. Okay, it sounds like Sandra has done a rebroadcast. Sometimes people call it a encore presentation. And oftentimes you can do quite well with them. In the past, though, you'd need to use, like, say, Google or GoToWebinar, and you'd have to pay an AV guy to use it. It was just really, really tough. But now EasyWebinar does all 4 steps of the event launch blueprint. It does all of them. So Rokio is saying, can people only join with audio using phone if they don't have access to a computer, like GoToWebinar? Can you have a local number? Well, here's the thing. here's something I was actually talking to somebody about this yesterday. Okay, and then your other question was, can it be private? And oh no, I already answered that. So here's the thing. You're asking, can people call in? Well, the brilliant thing about EasyWebinar is that I can come and watch this event on my phone. I can listen to it on my phone. And I can respond to it on my phone. That's the thing about it. Now, we don't have that thing where you can raise your hand, but with Google Hangouts, they do have a phone call-in system, and it's an app inside Google Hangouts. But also, the other thing is that you can invite someone into the room with you. Like I could invite Rokio in or anybody else into the event room, and they can ask their question. And I can, just sort of filter you through and get, I can have up to 10 people in this room with me. So if you're interested to come in, let me know. I'll send you the link so you can actually come into the room with me. So yeah, just let me know. But I hope that answers your question about that. And to me personally, to be able to listen to a call, well, now that you have smartphone, that concept, that teleseminar concept, is kind of going out the window because every phone that you have now has a screen on it. And with our software, you can log in and watch the event, and you could be listening there or watching, right? And it's the same concept as doing a call-in and listening that way, right? So I hope that makes sense. Sharon said she's a webinar virgin. We've all been there, right? Who else has been Who else is a webinar virgin on this call? It's okay, you can admit it. We're all friends. It's fine. No one's going to judge you. If you're a webinar virgin, it's okay. This is not high school. It's okay to be a webinar virgin. And the thing is, when you come into our program and our community, you get a nice experience with people that are here to help you and build you up. And it's, yes, there's going to be that initial challenge that's mostly in your mind, and you're going to be overwhelmed, and you're thinking, oh, how do I set this up? But when you finally do get it set up, and we're here to help you, okay? When you finally do get it set up, you have this enormous sense of, wow, I have something working for me while I can do other things. And it's actually building leads into my business. That's what EasyWebinar is all about. It's to help you get high quality leads in your business and then sell to those people. It's to make sales and build leads. But in the most in the highest and the best way possible, through engagement. That's the point of it. That's the power of it. So I hope that makes sense. So you guys don't know about the 4 steps to the event launch blueprint. I was thinking maybe what I'll do is show it to you. What do you think? Would you like to see that? And let me just check to see our stats here for this particular event. Yeah, I see that right there. Okay, cool. So let me do that, and you can kind of then take a look at what I have going on with that particular event. Hold on one second. Okay. Okay, so now you should see my screen and you should see my presentation. Let me know when you do see it. Okay. And I'll answer some questions while I'm doing that. Bradley said he signed up today. Question about using DSLR camera shooting on a live event. Will the camera automatically stay on for 2 hours? No. DSLRs, they crap out after like 20 minutes. And I think it's because, they just, you know what? It's hard for me to say that, Brad, because I've never actually done that. I've never tried to do that for that long. Anytime I try to use a DSLR camera though and record something, it can never last that long. I always have to switch out the battery. So I'm wondering if for a live stream it's a little different because then it's plugged in, as like a live cam. And I see what you're saying. It's a good question. You may have to Google it though to get kind of more information on it. Okay, Molly would like to come into the room, so I'll let me get her set up with a way to come into the room. Hold on a second. And I'll look at the other questions as they're coming through. Edward is saying, I'm also a webinar virgin. He's blushing. Okay. Carol would like to see what I'm talking about, the 4 steps. And Carol Abbey was one of my launch stream students. So yes, Carol, of course I'm going to show this to you. And all of you have the opportunity to come in to launch stream after once you are through the first step of the EasyWebinar. It's going to have an option for you to come on through, and it's a live training that is done over 4 weeks. It's live training, group training that we're going to be doing. So it's going to be fun. Please tell all the webinar virgins who are on tonight, know that not only are you and your team fantastic with support and help in the Facebook group, but is an awesome group of people who are always helping each other out. That's what Jeff Z just said. Thank you, Jeff, for commenting on that. I really, really appreciate it. Okay, I'm going to send to Molly a link to come into the room. Now, Molly, when you do come in, I want you to mute yourself right away if that's possible, Molly, because what we're going to do is I'm going to first share my event launch blueprint for just a little bit, but then I'd like to bring you in and we can start talking. But as soon as you come on in, Molly, just go ahead and just mute yourself when you come on through, and then you can kind of get a sense of how this all works, right? Okay, so this is the event launch blueprint. Now, this is what I've learned to do over a long period of time. I just figured out that this is the way that you can increase your sales. And with EasyWebinar, it makes it super, super duper simple. And I'm going to show you first what this is like, so you can get in just a sense of, okay, these are the 4 steps. And then I'm going to show you how you can do it in EasyWebinar, okay, with a couple clicks, okay? All right, so the very first thing in any type of online event promotion is you do a live event, right? You do your live event, you do it on a specific day, you do it in a specific time zone, and you make sales, right? Well, in my blueprint, I don't stop there. I actually start into doing a rebroadcast of that same event. So that event was already played, already recorded, but then I rebroadcast it as an encore, say, the next day at, say, like 11 a.m. or maybe 2 times the next day at 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. So now you're giving people more options. And then from there, I don't just stop at the rebroadcast, because generally speaking at the rebroadcast, when I do a rebroadcast, I am inside there manning the chat, but I'm not doing it live. And then as soon as that's over, I go and do my replay, okay? So I make about double sales on the rebroadcast, and then I set up the replay that has a page where people can access to watch it, and they can fast forward and rewind with a scrub bar, okay? And that's kind of the difference between a rebroadcast and a replay, is that the rebroadcast, you don't have that scrub bar option. You just have they can't stop it, or they can't pause it in there, and it will always play in real time. But the replay always starts from the beginning. That's the difference. And so what I'll tend to do is set up a replay, send that out with limited time bonuses and the replay expiration date. And oftentimes I can make the exact same amount of sales that I've made on the previous 2 events, okay? And then the final step is to do an automated webinar. So once that event is over, totally, that promotion, you're going to turn what was once live into a consistent, evergreen, and profitable event funnel using an automated webinar event. And once you're live, yeah, that's exactly right. Now, once your live event is over, you can turn that video into an event that streams out in your attendees' time zone, okay? So now you can capture a larger worldwide audience with this by using automated webinars. And with EasyWebinar, you could do all of these things, okay? This is kind of the layout right there. And as I mentioned before, it looks pretty simple, right? Like this concept, like, okay, I get it. But more people don't do this. And the reason being is because in the past, to do a complete event launch blueprint, you'd need, as I said, 3 to 4 different types of software, an AV guy helping out. But not all of us have the resources capable of doing that. And it gets way too confusing and frustrating when it comes to just how many pieces of software that you need to make this all work. But again, it surprised me that more people don't know, 100% don't know what the event launch blueprint is or the event launch funnel is in the first place. Because I started using it a few years ago. But here's the reason. Here's the reason. Those people who have been using online events in their business really didn't want this secret system to get out, because it is kind of a secret. It's almost like the golden ticket of profiting online with webinars. And this is what most people that are doing webinars do that are very, very successful. But oftentimes you don't realize they're doing it because there's not a lot of technology available to do it. Okay? So it's not your fault, don't worry, because it is literally one of the best kept secrets in the marketing world as it relates to webinars. I was doing this stuff 3 years ago with GoToWebinar, okay? And I was using all sorts of different types of software, GoToWebinar, lead pages, and optimized press. I would put it into an automated platform. And, it took a lot of time and it cost me a lot of money. And because, I spent a lot of money on my AV guy and all sorts of other stuff. And it just wasn't profiting. There wasn't enough profit margin for me to do this. Not to mention that it required a lot of hurdles. Until one day I was brainstorming a better way with some smart software engineers. And you may have seen this presentation if you watched any of our videos. And after spending 3 years and hundreds of thousands of dollars on development, we came up with EasyWebinar. Now, EasyWebinar does all 4 steps of the event launch blueprint, because it's an all-in-one webinar event suite that does both live events and automated events. And many of you on the call are EasyWebinar customers. So you get it. Now, some of you aren't, but many of you are. So let me keep going. And again, they not only do live events and automated events, but every event in between. So, the rebroadcast and the timed replay. And of course, 4.0, EasyWebinar 4.0 has just newer, cooler templates. It has more features that were designed specifically to help you with your conversions. That's the point of EasyWebinar 4.0. From the one-click registration, which you guys did tonight, you clicked on it and it registered you automatically for the webinar, right? That's a part of 4.0 that we have. So if you don't have 4.0, you don't have that feature. And you have to understand that EasyWebinar is a full webinar event suite. So it builds pages, it builds out a full funnel for you. These 2 top ones are the new templates that we have. And as I said, the cool thing is that you can do a one-time event or recurring, and you can go from one-time event that was live to recurring automated with one click of the button and on the same webinar. This is the same webinar. Consider this like your event called affiliate webinar, right? You can switch it around in real time, one click of the button, and it lets you do those broadcast events and lets you do those automated events. And it gives you so much flexibility to repurpose your events and make them work for you, just like many of our customers. Right now we're pushing 4,000 customers right now, and many people came through the door during this launch period. And there are hundreds of testimonials, hundreds of case studies coming through. In fact, unsolicited stuff from just yesterday, a guy who's made $107,000 since August using EasyWebinar's automated webinars. As I said already, my developer, or rather my designer, made $2,000 yesterday on his webinar. And a guy in our Facebook group just sent out, hey, I signed up on Sunday, I made $1,500. I signed up on Sunday, I did my event on Monday, and I made $1,500. I mean, it's just incredible, that turnaround on with the system. So and these templates have been proven to convert. Okay, the one on the left is a double opt-in page. So once you click on it, it's a two-step opt-in process, okay? The one on the right is a double presenter theme with a countdown. And the countdown converts really well when you have a countdown page on there. Holy moly. And that countdown, by the way, is dynamic for whether it's a live or automated event. It will stream out the next time that a webinar is as the countdown. That's how dynamic and cool this software is. It will work for you dynamically. You have to understand, if you don't understand that, I know it's kind of, I geek out about this stuff, but these are powerful elements that are super simple that you just, that people just don't realize. And of course, we integrate with, YouTube Live and Google Hangouts for doing live stream. And, you could do things like this, like I'm doing right now, sharing my screen, sharing me. This is what Google Hangouts looks like in the back office. This is what it looks like from our page, and you're probably watching it, so you're like, yeah, I can attest to that. That's what it looks like. Or sharing your screen, that's me doing it right now, and I'm doing it with you right now. So it's, we're kind of in real time doing this together. So it's fun stuff. And the other part of EasyWebinar that many people don't realize is that we're tracking all of the data of your customers for you. That's the thing. Okay, tracking the data is huge because knowledge is power. So knowing who registered, showed, watched the replay, or took an action lets you know who your most engaged viewers are. And that's hugely powerful. It's something that everybody needs to have. It's something that you need to understand. So now, for instance, on this particular event, I know everyone who I can see all the people who registered, who showed up, and who watched. For instance, right now, this webinar, I did it kind of on the fly. So we had, I can actually show this to you if you want. I can share my screen so you can kind of see it. We had, let me actually do that. I'm gonna share this with you, okay? So hold on one second. You're right, that mic is kind of annoying. Now I see it again. There we go. Mic's out of the way, everybody. So now we just have this lapel mic, and I have one bar left of my battery, so hopefully it sticks out for a while. So let me share my screen. Okay, dashboard. I think this is what I want to share. Start sharing. Okay, so here I'm being completely transparent with what we had here for this particular event. I sent this out today, right? So I had 179 people visit the page. Of those 179, 149 registered. What kind of crazy conversions are those? Can you put that in your brain? Can you work the numbers out? Those are crazy conversions, right? It's pretty crazy, right? The other thing that I can do is I can see the people that have taken action. And an action can be downloading something or asking a question, okay? So for instance, all these people, you guys are actually watching this right now in real time. So many of you are on here watching, and I can see the questions that you ask or the buttons you click. So now, easywebinar.powerinternet.ca, you just got access to the one of the free documents that we have, right? And I can continue to go. Here is R asking these questions, and these are the questions that you're asking in real time, right? Now I am not looking inside here to the questions. I'm actually going into my email and getting them sent there. So they're not only put inside EasyWebinar's dashboard here, but they're actually funneling straight into straight into your into my email that I have set up, which was laid underneath that camera, and I was watching from there, right? So you can, and again, as I said, you can see if they maybe click on buy now buttons, right? And this is the cool thing is that all this data is inside EasyWebinar, but we also have integration with like Infusionsoft. So as soon as someone does click an event, you can and say you've attached the buy now to it. Now you know who those buyers are. It's sent to your Infusionsoft, and now you can follow up with them. But you can even follow up with these guys. Like, look, I can tell who's watched more than 50% of the event. I can filter the results. All these people are watching more than 50% of the event, right? Now, the other thing is that we have that little screw up in the beginning, so it kind of knocks some people out. But hey, it's okay because I could follow up with them later on. And the nice thing is that I could rebroadcast and not worry so much about how many people are on, what's happening, yada, yada, yada. So that's the cool thing is that you can say less than. You want to do less than 50%? Oh, sorry. Less than, let's go less than 50%. Filter results. So now I know all these people got kicked off right away. That's how I know, because it's all zeros. So I know that these people got kicked off, weren't able to come to the event. So I could easily just grab all these guys, generate a report for them, and now I could send out an email saying, hey, I noticed that you got kicked off. Well, we're live right now and in charge. You should come back, right? That's the cool thing about it, is that it's completely interactive. I mean, I might actually do that. I mean, hey, I could do it while you're on here right now. And you could see kind of what I do. I mean, you guys are just, I use our software every single day, okay? I am like the type of person who's using EasyWebinar in my business, where a lot of people, might claim or have a software, but they don't, they might still use GoToWebinar. Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen someone do that where, they are, they have a software, but then they're, selling they're using some other software? I mean, who does that? How is that even, how is that even good to do? I mean, that just doesn't make any sense. So yeah, that's how that works. And for many of you, you may have seen, you came to this page. This is our custom theme, which is fully customizable in any particular language. The other cool thing about it is that it's responsive. Okay, so you can see that you can make it bigger or smaller, right? Okay, and I see Bradley and Paul and Tim and a few others have just started responding again. So that is kind of cool, yeah, that you can do that. And this is just a powerful element that you have the ability to say, okay, who showed? Okay, and I can take that back down. Who showed? Reset filter, and it will tell me. Okay, so that's one element. And of course, if we go into EasyWebinar, here's the simple setup for EasyWebinar. It's a pretty simple process. And the nice thing is, as I already said, you can go from what was once live to automated and back and forth. Yeah, and I'm seeing Bradley is asking, I noticed some of your landing pages of the time zone is in military time. Is there a way to switch this to normal time? Yes. So inside here, you can choose a 24-hour clock or a 12-hour clock, Bradley. The other thing is that we used for this particular webinar, I used our one-click registration. And for some reason, our one-click registration right now will show military time. Whereas if you don't normally have that happen, if someone just say comes in and registers for an event like this, like here I'm Casey at YouTube revealed. Oh, I'm sorry. Casey at YouTube revealed. Man, it's been a long day, everybody. Sorry. Revealed.com. If I register for this, you'll see that it's going to be that 5 p.m. slot, and it's going to be bringing me right into the event. And boom, check it out. Now I'm seeing what you're seeing, and it's in real time because it's live, obviously. But even if it wasn't live, it would still play like this. Like, just imagine that, okay? You can see all your buddies over here. These are actual people on the actual event, right? It's pretty cool stuff. And that's the thing. So now when I go back into, say, my email, it's going to show me that I registered for a 5 p.m. It's not going to show me the actual. This is so weird. We're watching inside each other. That's so strange. It's going to be. We're going to get this infinity thing going on here pretty soon. That's what's going to be crazy. So that's how that works. And you know, the new templates look like this. And the cool thing is that you can switch one template from one to the next. So watch this. So first off, let's preview this one. Okay, this is what this one looks like. This is how this layout is. Yeah, you see that? Here's this one. Oh, actually, let's just preview it. Nice, right? So that's what our software does. It builds out each one for you, each template. And so right now we were with this, right? We had that selected. Okay, continue. But I am going to change this around for a quick second and show you that you could change this in midstream. I don't always suggest this because this could mess stuff up, but I'm going to do it anyway because I feel like trying to break our software. So I'm going to select this, okay? And I'm going to click Save and Publish. It's going to change it to this theme. So let's do that. Let's see what that looks like. Save and Publish. This is so dangerous because this is the event you guys are in now. I'm changing the event you guys are in now. It's a really dangerous way to go, but I just did that. So let's look at what the pages look like now. Webinar. Okay. There it is. That's the registration page. Okay. That's the same exact one that you guys came to. Now I just changed it in real time. So now let's register for this one and see what it looks like. It's the same one though. So technically I don't have to register. I can just go here. Here's what this one looks like. But now if I refresh, you'd see it changed it into a different thing, right? Let's look at what the pages look like now. See that? So it changed it completely, right? So now I could do it. I could even go back, change it back to the other one if I wanted to. Let's go back, click Edit Webinar. And let me go back in the template funnel, select that, continue, save and publish. Let's see if that one, what it does now. And let's click refresh. Boom, there it is. Yeah, so now I could do it. I can even go back. See how we did that? Change it back to the other one if I wanted to. Okay. So now I hope that makes a little bit of sense. Now, what are you seeing now? Are you seeing me? Let me go into some questions, see if we have any questions on anything. And let me just close that out. Okay, so now let me go through and see if there are any questions that we might have about certain things. Okay, yep. So it looks like I am back on screen. So what do you think? Questions on some things. Let me know. And let me just grab your questions. I'm trying to get my mouse to scroll down here where the questions are at. Okay, there it is right there. Okay, let me pull this over. Okay, Howard is saying, if you designate the event as private, will it totally be private even during the streaming process and before it finalizes on YouTube? Yes, but you don't set it to private, you set it to unlisted, okay? Because unlisted allows you to still put it and stream it into EasyWebinar. But if you set it to private, it won't stream anywhere, okay? So you have to set it to unlisted. Okay. Question, how does the chat work? Brad's asking. Earlier you said something about the chat questions coming to your email. Are there differences? I think I just showed you that, right? So you could see that we have our built-in chat box. All the questions are put right into our dashboard, and I'm answering questions as they're coming into my email right now. Hope that makes sense. Do I have a max attendee per webinar? And do you have a license based on the attendees? Guess what, Rokio? We don't. We have unlimited number of attendees. So if you want to have thousands to hundreds of thousands of people coming in, you're more than welcome to do it, okay? Just realize that you have that option. You can get unlimited number of attendees on an event with our software. Love how you record actual contacts. Love how you record actual contacts. You can't get that after the event with Webinar Jam, only stats. Yes, we record, we keep all the contacts for you. I didn't know that the Webinar Jam didn't do that. We have all the contacts. That's an interesting difference. I didn't know. We keep all the contacts. We are essentially like a CMS for your webinars. If you know what a content management system is, you know, it allows you to keep all the data and have everything housed there and download stuff and upload it and align it with your own autoresponder. So it's like, that's what it's there for. And you know, we have people using it all the time. I mean, it's a really robust piece of kit. Did you enter the Google Hangout right? I don't think so, Molly. I don't see you, so I don't think you came in right. Let's see, Sharon. Can't wait to do my first webinar. We'll buy as soon as you finish here. Okay, awesome. Yeah. So everybody, just so you know the bonuses. I just shot you an email. Can you answer after? Paul is asking, will you add a function to control a call to action for live that could be marked and duplicated on the replays? Maybe we might do that. Right now, you know, the nice thing is that the timed events do work for both live and automated, but they have to be preset. We could do something where we create more of like a live session where it streams it out, but that's going to be when we have the full SaaS model. Right now, it's very difficult because it's WordPress, and we can't control what goes into your own WordPress site with a one click. So once we have it built out to we're controlling everything, yeah, we could do that. So Julie is saying, so do you have your email open for your chat as well? Yeah, I have my email right here. I'm going to do something unusual. Do you see me? Okay, I'm going to turn the tables so you can see that here's the email that I have. Okay, and I'm just using this screen. You know, don't judge my little office, please. Okay, this is just right out of my office, and here's my whiteboard. Here are my lights. Okay, sorry, I know it's fast. Okay, there are the lights, and I know that that's pretty quick when you're live streaming. It probably doesn't catch it all at one time, but that's kind of how that works. And so yes, I do bring the that right underneath me. Now I just put this down here, but yeah, normally it's like just right underneath my face when I'm doing it. Matt Johnson came into the room saying, if you're on the fence, just buy now. I did last week, and the support and community is awesome. You are here clearly because you see the opportunity in webinars. Just 1 or 2 sales recoups your investment. This could easily sell for $9.97. It's a steal. Massive opportunity here. Thank you, Matt Johnson, so much. I really appreciate you, man, for just saying that. I mean, I really, really do. Just so everybody knows, my coaching program, my live coaching program that is group coaching, teaches the 4 steps of the event launch blueprint. People have had really good success with it. It's something you can get after you come on through. You don't have to get it because it's expensive. It's $1,000 to come into my coaching program that happens in February, but it's live. You get to work with me live one-on-one. And we actually, look at your webinars. We look at your live webinars. We look at your EasyWebinar setup. We make sure you understand the difference between a live event versus a broadcast versus a replay and how to set that up. We give you, you become a Wexpert. You become a Wexpert, a webinar expert after you're done with the 4 weeks. So, I think it's a great deal because our customers have made it back already. Our customers have made back EasyWebinar already, but our customers have also made back the coaching as well. Coaching is invaluable. That's the only reason I was ever able to be successful with a coach. So if you want to go through my coaching program, you get to work with me personally, group coaching where we kind of build you up, and it's happening in February. So if you want to come on through, you can do that. Your office looks like mine, Julie said. Notes everywhere. You can see the chat to the side of your presentation. If you don't have a second screen, yeah, you could do that. You could totally see that right there. The other thing is that you could put chat into the webinar page, a third-party chat, and then just do it from there. Another thing that you might want to know. Actually, let me do this. Let me share my screen because a lot of people have been saying, Casey, does your software have chat to the side of your video. And yes, it does for one of our templates. So maybe you might want to see what that template looks like, because I didn't show that template to you. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go back in and share my screen again. Okay, one second. I'm going to go back and click Edit. And I'm going to go screen share. And here we are. Do you see my screen again? You should see it. So I want to show you this template now. I've decided to go in this one so you can kind of get a feel for how this looks. So let's save and publish. And I'm for some stupid reason, I'm using the same event we're in right now. I probably shouldn't be messing with that. It's so silly. But, you know, I thought, what the heck, let's try to break the software so you guys can get a strong sense of how all this works. So now I'm going to go, I can check this out using our no registration public event link so I can see what it looks like, right? So I want to show you this template now. I decided to go with this one so you can kind of get there. How this looks. So that's in real time. Oh. For some stupid reason, I'm using the same event we're in right now. I probably shouldn't be messing with that. Okay, and here are the questions that you can ask right there. And the chat box can also go right there as well. This screen can actually, you can make this larger. And you know, I'm probably not optimizing this stuff like I could, but you know, this is essentially how that works. Okay, so so now I'm gonna bring myself back in. So now I'm back in, right? And here are the questions that you can ask. Oh, I clearly already did that. Sorry about that. All right, well now I'm back. So that's how that all works. And if you came to one of the pages when we did that the other day with Chris Farrell, then you'll know that's how we sort of did it. So now I'm going to actually go back in. And if you wanted to, everybody, you could refresh your page and see it. If you refresh your page, I welcome you and challenge you to refresh your page. You'll see that it changed designs on you. I just did that, just sneaked in a change of the design. Sharon is saying, what are your lights that you're using? I'm using Lightbox soft boxes. This is the Cowboy Studio soft boxes. I bought them on Amazon for about $220. That's what those are, and it's just, you know, it's a great deal. Rokio is saying, I assume that you can switch screens between presenters. You can see 2 to 4 people on the screen at the same time. No, you can't see 2 to 4. You can see people with Google Hangouts with this, what's known as kind of the at the bottom of this screen, that's known as kind of like the comic strip, right, where you can see all the people in the event, and then you can see all the people in the event, and then when someone speaks, they're up on the screen, but then when another person speaks, they're suddenly up on the screen. So that's kind of how that works, Rokio. Okay, so Jeff Young, one of our long-term customers, said the support is available for you and Lewis in the Facebook group. If something, the support is available from myself and Lewis in the Facebook group. If something I have never seen with any other software product I have ever used. I see what Jeff is saying, that we are available in the Facebook group with this something he's never seen from a software product. He's not seen a software product actually be so much like a community. That's probably just because I've always wanted it to be a community. I get it. I need a home to learn this stuff, you know? I'm just making sure my mic is working okay. I needed that. I needed that home feeling. I needed that protection. It's something that I cling to. I want that. Because it's, you know, I don't know you, you don't know me. We need that so that we can all, you know, kind of achieve things together, you know. And so it's not about being so separate. It's about understanding that this stuff is perfect for being close. It's unfortunately, you know, I'm neglecting all of my friends in the real world because I'm over here. But this is the thing. It is a community. They are friends, and that's you know that's what I hope to have you a part of when you do come on through. I want you to be a part of our community. And so yeah, Thank you, Jeff, for saying that. I really appreciate that, man. Okay, so now we're getting, right now we streamed out for about an hour, 45 minutes. What I might do here is send out another blast to people, and I might take a bit of a break. That's another nice thing. I'm thinking I might stream out for another, let's see, right now we're pushing at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard, pushing to almost 10 p.m. your time. I might stream out for another hour, and if you wanted to continue on, ask questions. If you're someone who's on the fence and you're still not sure whether you should get EasyWebinar, stay on and continue talking. I'm going to take a bit of a break, and I'm also going to mail out to people to let them know that they can still come in to the page itself. Okay. And I might also be announcing something super special that you can take advantage of that I haven't announced yet. So all that and more coming up on EasyWebinar TV. I've always wanted to say that. So, and if you have any questions, go ahead and start asking them. And if you can always come back into this page. If you leave it, you can always come back into this page because it's going to stream out for a little longer. So just come on back if you're someone who is has to take a bathroom break or do something else. So I'm going to turn off my camera, turn off my sound for a little bit. Okay, take a bit of a break. I'll be back probably in the next 15 minutes at 7 p.m. after I do some mailing and kind of regroup. And just much respect to you and thank you so much. And of course, remember the bonuses of $1,900 are available still. And I can't wait to see you on the inside. So I'm going to mute myself, and I will also turn off my camera for a little bit, but I will be back in 15 minutes. Okay, be back in 15 minutes. Much love and respect. I'll see you in a little bit. So I'm not quite ready to come back yet, guys. But Jeff just made a good point and said, "Hey, can you have a screen that's showing that you'll be right back?" So let me start this particular screen right here. Okay, so we have that up. So I'll be right back, but I'm still going to mute myself. But you'll be able to see that screen. Okay. Hello, hello, everybody. I'm back. How are we doing? Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late, and let me throw up my overlay. I always kind of like having my overlay on here, so let me just pop that back on, turn it back on. Let me get that going. Hold on 1 second. Download my overlay, choose, turn it back on. Oh, looks like it's, is this my overlay? Oh no, that's not the one. Hello, everybody, I'm back. Oh, let me turn down all the other me's going on here because I can hear a bunch of them. Delete. Okay. There we go. Let me pull this over here, and now we are good to rock on. Here we go. Let me turn that off. Turn that off. And perfect. Okay, now we are back on. Welcome, everybody. So now some other people should be hopefully coming into the room now. We'll probably have a few more people entering in and joining us. And so, you know, the final hours of this, you know, I think I want to go for, I'm going to go, before I get burnt out, I'm going to go probably for another 30 minutes is my thinking here. I'll go for another 30 minutes. I have a lot of people still coming in the door. I'll go for maybe a little bit longer, as long as my mic holds up and my body holds up and everything else holds up. We're going to keep on going a little bit longer. I am going to, let's see about turning that on. No, okay. And so I'm just going to continue on and talk about some of your questions that you've had. For instance, Gordon is from College Station, Texas. Welcome and glad you're here. Matt said, can you talk a little bit more about the SaaS coming? What is the plan for our existing webinars we set up now that when that rolls out? Also, does that mean we will no longer have to rely on S3 or YouTube for automated webinars? How about live? Can you afford the bandwidth fees, etc.? This is an insane value. Yeah, so here's the deal. Right now, that's what we have to work on. We have to work on how we're going to integrate you into our hosting platform if you need to. Right now, everything's working with your own WordPress sites fine. You can just continue to do that. And then maybe future webinars, we can push that in there. Or we can move them into hosting with us. Because here's the thing, Matt, if you've noticed, with our software, we clone all of you can clone your webinar and pass that same webinar off to another site, right? Well, just imagine if we hosted that, you could clone it and pass it off to a site that we host. So it would be something like, CSZ or it would be something like mattjohnson.easywebinar.com, and we push and clone all the sites that are hosted with your existing one to there. And yes, the S3 would still work the same that you have, and the YouTube would still work the same as well, until we kind of figure out a functionality kind of change with that too. I hope that kind of makes sense. But that's exactly kind of what we're discussing here. Did you change the template where the chat box was on the side? Yes. Yes, I did. I changed it. I can change it in real time, as you can very well see that, you know, now the chat box is all the way at the very bottom, and I have kind of an obscenely long, unfortunately, a obscenely long thing being shown as the offer. But what I can do is I can actually go in and remove all the bonus lists there. If I wanted to, I could go in literally as we're doing this right now. I could edit the webinar and remove some of those bullet points, maybe make them a bit smaller. So like I'll go into that. Those are known as timed events. So just so you're aware. So I could grab these and I could actually just take them and make them smaller. So I could go like that. And that's what I'm doing right now as we speak. And go ahead, if you're just getting here just now, go ahead and leave a question. Let me know where you're from in the world. You know, if you have any burning questions about EasyWebinar, about the software, have any questions that you've been wanting to get answered, but you're just not sure about, you know, anything at all, go ahead. You can ask away. Feel free to ask anything. That's what we're here for. That's what I'm here for. And if you're someone who wants to come in to the actual event room, feel free to do that as well. Come into the room and you know, carry a conversation on with me. that would be absolutely great. I welcome you to do that. So just, let me know if that's something that you're interested in doing. We can totally do that. Okay. So just let me know. And we'll go from there. Okay. I'm going to start looking at these questions right now after I just do a couple additional changes here on the on this particular event. Okay. To make this a little smaller. Okay, there we go. All right, now I'm going to click Save and Publish. I'm going to see what that looks like on this particular page. And we should be A-OK. Good to go. Yeah. I'm going to start looking at these questions right now after I just do a couple. Now, the one cool thing that you guys should know is that this is actually streaming in a much faster real time now that it's been going for a while. So I can get a lot of your questions in like the most real time that we're in right at the moment. Oh, and Brad is saying, by the way, the fact that you did a 3-day creative live class is huge credibility builder. I didn't know that about you, but when I Googled you and saw that, I really sat up and paid attention to you. That really sets you apart from the Warrior Forum marketers out there. Well, I try not to be a Warrior Forum marketer. I try to be a more someone in the kind of the entrepreneur expert world. That's my jam. I have a lot of ties in internet marketing because I started in there, but I've wanted to grow into. I am more passionate about entrepreneurs, finding their a way for them to connect on a very heart level with their audience. And that's what I'm hoping we're accomplishing with EasyWebinar. That's why it was built. It was built with a frame in mind that I created specifically because I thought, I want to make sure that we're creating a system that can work. And I did it primarily because I needed to have it done that way. It was me. I was like, okay, I want to figure out a scalable way to build my business and to build my community and to share my expertise, build trust and a bond with my audience. What's the best way to do it? That's why EasyWebinar was built in the first place. I did it because I was looking for that. And the cool thing is that you are looking for the same exact thing. I mean, that's the kind of the nice thing about this is that you're someone in the same exact boat, yeah? So that's pretty much why it was even built. But here, we have more people coming in the door right now. Let me go to Abby. Abby asks, yes, you get the bonuses because you have the 4.0. Sean Brown, how do I receive the bonuses? Yep, they're going to be in the members area, Sean. Everybody's asking about the bonuses. What kind of lavalier mic are you using? Is this live, Casey? Yes, Al Ramos, it is live. And a lot of people have, sometimes they know, sometimes they don't. You're right. And it's hard to tell sometimes, but this is live. I'm answering your question in real time. So go ahead. If you want to challenge yourself to see if this is live or not, just ask a question and I'll respond. That's how you know. I am using a Sennheiser mic set for my microphone, and I'm using the Logitech C920 camera for the camera. Yeah. Edward, I already got your message. I know completely. So I saw you put it on Facebook. You put it on everything. So don't worry. We're gonna take care of you. What I would suggest you doing is refunding and then just coming through on the inside of EasyWebinar. Okay. Okay. Of course, it depends on what license you have. If you have a low license, then you may not qualify for the 4.0. It just depends. We have to check it out. Okay. So we talked a couple things. We talked a lot about EasyWebinar as a solution for building leads and sales into your business. We talked about the 4 different types of events. We talked about this 6-step strategy right here from when someone comes into a room, build the buzz. Also getting personal with them, connecting on a heart level with them, sharing your content, which of course means that you're sharing. You're solving a problem for them. You're the solution. Your close and pitch, Your close and pitch, of course, is when you're pitching your product, you're going to take some time to share why your product is the right product. In the close and pitch, you're also going to talk about testimonials. And, when I talk about testimonials, I share stories of, the people that have used our software, such as, what's interesting is that we have so many new people that are using it and all coming out of the woodworks, all these new testimonials. It's just a really, really fascinating thing. But some of the people that have already come are people like I can actually share my screen and show you. Let me pull this up. Karam, how are you? Good to see you. Okay, let me just share my screen. Okay, so now you should see now this particular screen right here. Yeah, let me go in and yep, okay. So this, what I want to show you is, this is too much to even look at here, but let's scroll down. And here's somebody who you guys probably mostly know. It's John Lee Dumas, who is one of our customers, and he has done automated webinars with our system. He also does really, really popular live webinars, and very, very successfully, I will say. And he came. When I talked to John, he was kind of getting burnt out on his live webinar. He still does these live webinars they're amazing, but he was at a point where he was trying to find maybe an overall solution where he might be able to kind of leverage his time a bit more. And in that, John, he came to me. I talked to him. I said, John, why don't we start looking at possibly doing an automated webinar for you to kind of save yourself time, energy, and money. And as soon as we did, we started setting it up. And then, a week after we finally get everything set up, he made $16.5 thousand the week after. So it was pretty incredible using, obviously, EasyWebinar to do it. So John is someone that's obviously used our software. And Jason Caruso is somebody else who's used our software. And by the way, this is a live event that you're watching. If you're coming in right now, this is completely live. So you can ask questions. It's not just me saying it's live. It actually is live. And I can prove it by you asking questions like M. Tano, how are you? Or Gordon, welcome. Good to see you. Awesome. Yes. Gordon, yep. Gordon, of course, is on. He's saying, what's the difference between EasyWebinar and Webinar Jam? And I've answered this several different times, and I'll answer it again, that EasyWebinar is an all-in-one webinar event suite that does both live and automated events. Webinar Jam just does live events. There's many, many, many more differences. We stream out live events just like this, but we also do the automated events that stream in real time, that can stream in our attendees' time zone. So it's like we are the combination of two softwares in one, where they're just one software. But also there's still so many differences because it's just really hard to compare. They're two different software, and then I think that's all I can say about that at the moment, because it's just I've had so many questions about it tonight alone that it's hard for me to kind of repeat it. But again, there are tons and tons and tons of differences. We house all of your registrants data, comes right in. Besides the fact that you can do these live events, the automated events are really powerful because of the fact that you can take what was once live and turn it into an automated event. It's not just a replay, because a lot of people think a replay is an automated event. It's not. An automated event is something that streams in real time, that has the look and feel of live, but it's not live. And that's the power of EasyWebinar, is that it has the ability to stream in real time video, pre-recorded video that can be scheduled in your attendees' time zone and or in your own time zone, and scheduled multiple times. And that's really the power. Not only do we do these live events like we're doing now, but we do that. So hi, Hill, how are you? Good to see you. What about the webinar? Good to see you. Good to see you. What about the webinar? Good to see you, man. This is live. Okay, watching this for a high-profile client of mine. Awesome, Kunli. Nice to see you as well. This is live. Yes, yes. And we're kind of talking about EasyWebinar right now. So let's jump back into the presentation. So one of our other customers, Jason Caruso, did 13,000 from his automated webinar. And here's a client of ours, Diane Wilkins, and Diane did something very interesting with our software. You see, she has a TV show called Authentic You TV. And that's where Diane actually uses EasyWebinar to stream out broadcast events to the world. So she'll stream out pre-recorded video events that are streamed out in her attendees' time zone, meaning that she streams them in whoever's watching's local time zone. So if someone's watching it at 2 p.m., if she schedules her events to stream out at 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 7 p.m., whoever's watching that event is going to watch it at 11 a.m. in their time zone. So 11 a.m. in Los Angeles, 11 a.m. in Singapore, 11 a.m. in South Africa, wherever you are, it's going to be your 11 a.m. That's what the software does. It streams out in real time. And right now she's using it. She's actually created this really awesome model, this monetization model, where she's making about $5,000 a month from her network using EasyWebinar. It's an amazing, amazing thing. Here's another client, Kim Beasley, who uses EasyWebinar to do live events, and she produces other people's events, right? And that's one of the powerful things about our commercial license of EasyWebinar. When you come through and pick up the commercial license of EasyWebinar today, and all you have to do is go to easywebinar.com to see that, you have full access to put this on your client sites and charge whatever you want for your clients. Plus, with our commercial license, you're getting that five sub-user account, which means that 5 additional people can log into your account and have their own personal login, and you can give them access to only the webinars you want to give them access to. So maybe your clients, you only want to give your clients certain access rights. That's what you can do with this license, with the developer license, with a commercial license. And Kim, of course, uses that for her clients. Here's someone who actually uses EasyWebinar to do online live summits. Maybe you're not someone who's wanting to do just a webinar about, with a PowerPoint presentation. Maybe you want to go even beyond that. Well, with EasyWebinar, you can do that. You can actually go and do live summits or automated summits where you bring a bunch of presenters and just use our system to do it. Hold on one second, everybody. I have to switch out some batteries because I have my mic pack that's about to die. Let's see here. Actually, what I might do, well, let me know if my mic dies. If it does, then I'll have to switch over because I'm using a wireless mic right now, and so I'm unfortunately forced to do that. And it might die. So just let me know if you start seeing something. I'll jump in and change it. Okay. Okay. So hey Clay, how are you? Yep. Clune, wonderful. Nice, guys. Thanks for being here. Here's Sonia Ramsey. Sonia actually uses our software and she streams out events to her as a way of kind of building her community. She's actually someone who has been really growing with our community, and we love her to death. And I definitely want you to kind of look at this, how you can use it in many different ways, to launch your book or however, right? That's the brilliant thing about it. Clune is saying, what's really the difference, Casey, between automated webinars and a pre-record and a video? I don't get it. Well, now I think you get it actually because I explained it, right? Yeah, an automated webinar is completely different. It's completely different. It is something that works for you on autopilot. It's not a replay. A replay starts from the beginning at every single time. An automated webinar streams in real time. It has the look and feel of live. Most people can't tell the difference. That's the difference. Now, you're not lying to people when you say, hey, I'm on an automated webinar. What you're doing is you're broadcasting it back out to the world. That's the brilliant thing about it. You're broadcasting it. And you're just allowing yourself to reuse the content that you have. And Sean Brown is saying, thank you for creating this technology and bringing it to the marketplace. I really appreciate you. You're helping a lot of us with this. Of course, Sean, thank you so much for coming on, man. Sue is saying, how much is the commercial license? Well, Sue, this is the thing. We have a discount going on right now. $397 is what EasyWebinar costs right now. And for the commercial license, it's an additional $97, okay? $97 to get the commercial license, which gives you full rights to charge your clients whatever you want, okay? And they can log into it. So it's almost like giving them a license on their own. Now, it's almost like a reseller license, but I don't want you to take advantage. I don't want you to go crazy with this, okay? You can give up to 5 different users a login, charge them whatever you want, and you're boom, you're good. Now, the other thing about the commercial license is you can still put it EasyWebinar on an unlimited number of your client sites with a commercial license. Okay, you can automatically do that, but you also get, as I said, those up to 5 additional add-on users who can log into their own with their own login to your account. Okay, and you are like the super admin. All right, so you can control everything. Can we have a graphic on the screen that says live show or something? Absolutely. With this technology, you can have buttons on the screen. You can have sharing your screen. I mean, there's so many different things that you can do. Absolutely. That is how it works. Kunle. Okay, Kunle. Actually, so Kunle is wondering, Casey, is that price, I don't know if I can afford it. Well, here's the thing about it. We do live and automated events. Okay, GoToWebinar costs $500 a month, limits you to 1,000 attendees live, okay? $500 a month. We are a one-time price of only $397 right now. Now, we're gonna go up to a yearly price as soon as this launch is over, and that means that right now you can get in for a one-time price. You're getting grandfathered in to lifetime access and to when we do the hosted version. So you're getting all of that for one-time low price. And the other thing about this is that our clients who use EasyWebinar, they use it every single day and they make money. You could make your money back within your first webinar. My designer just yesterday made $2,000 from his own EasyWebinar event. Okay, $2,000, and it was his first one. So you can make your money back for sure. And yes, you can hide the EasyWebinar branding. Absolutely, that's another thing. So here's another one of our brilliant students, Lauren. She was actually one of my coaching students. And on the back end of EasyWebinar, I have a coaching program going on in February called Launch Stream, where I teach all this stuff. And it's $1,000, so it's not for the faint of heart. It's not for someone who can't afford it. I want people that only can afford $1,000, that know that they can invest in themselves for $1,000, because you can easily make that back with the things that I'm going to be sharing in my Launch Stream coaching program. And it's completely optional. You don't have to take it. You can just ignore it and just get the software by itself. But Lauren was one of our students, and she's just always coming back, and she's doing so many great things. She's already made her money back a lot of times over, actually promoting EasyWebinar, funny enough. Here's Diane. Of course, you guys know Diane. And these are real life case studies, real people talking about real things. These are things that they get in my coaching program that you get on the back end of EasyWebinar if you choose to take it. And of course, here we have tons of other people who are in our program. Our Facebook group is now, I think, at 1,900 plus strong. We've added 500 plus users over the last little bit here, because all the people that are now coming in are also joining us. Now, not everybody is coming in, so that's only a handful of them. Right now, we're at about 4,000 members in EasyWebinar. So we're continuously growing, and we would love to have you in as a part of our community. So as I said, the investment, we initially decided that an investment of just $697 was fair, because, as I said, GoToWebinar costs $6,000 a year. So that's 1/9 of the cost. Just one event run through EasyWebinar could easily recoup your investment and more, especially considering that other software like GoToWebinar, as I said, is 9 times as much and limits you to 1,000 attendees. With EasyWebinar, you have unlimited number of attendees on an unlimited number of sites for live or automated events. So for a limited time, we've decided to do something special. Not only have we decided to drop the price by a huge $200, which is $497 a year, but we've decided to go even farther than that. We decided that we were going to first do $497 for life, okay? But we've gone through and changed all this around, okay? To where now, including $1,900 worth of bonuses, we've decided before the launch ends that we're going to give you EasyWebinar for $397 with lifetime access. That's to everything, okay? That's $397 for lifetime access to EasyWebinar. And that's what it's going to be. EasyWebinar's price will be going up to a yearly price after launch, which is still a great price. It is still a really good price, considering that you could be making your money back 5 times. I mean, I just had someone send me a message yesterday saying, Casey, I made $107,000 since August using EasyWebinar. And I didn't solicit any of these people. These are real people that have said these real things. So it's a very, very interesting time that's happening here. So, and as I said, this is the bonus training. And I want you to focus on the bonus training because the bonuses are really relevant to kind of what we're doing here. The bonuses, we have the new YouTube series, which is all about becoming a YouTube partner. So it helps you with understanding YouTube Live and Google Hangouts and things like that too. We have also screen capture training, which will share and teach you how to share your screen, how to capture video, how to record so you can put those videos inside EasyWebinar. We also have full unedited interviews with Rick Mulready, John Lee Dumas, Jason Caruso, and you can hear them share their best tips on paid traffic, organic traffic, live and automated webinar strategies for producing more income. We also have my image bundle, over 250 high-resolution images for your presentations, videos, and events, and that is valued at $297. You can also learn from top clients. You can also learn how to use LinkedIn, okay, to build more traffic into your webinars. I mean, the point of all these bonuses is that part of the bonuses are traffic-based, and part of them are so you can understand how to create the most engaged type of content, which are webinars and events. So the Twitter and the power of LinkedIn, these are powerful strategies for understanding how to use these elements for traffic to build them into your webinars. Now, I also have this conversion masterclass called LaunchStream. Essentially, it's the LaunchStream promotion video and registration conversion masterclass, where we teach you how to create a high converting landing page with EasyWebinar using using our pages, as well as if you want to put a video on the front page of a webinar, we teach you what that video should say. Okay, a promo video checklist. Also, you can get access to online broadcasts, how to live stream like a superhero. So if you want to know what mics to use, what cameras to use, what lighting to use, how to present in front of the camera, how to not have to, how to deal with that whole 30-second delay with Google Hangouts. Well, I teach you all about that stuff when you come on through. And finally, we have, as I said, a thriving Facebook group with over 1,900 people. And when you come inside, you become a part of that group. And it's a really wonderful feeling. It's totally community driven. And I know you're going to get a ton out of it. So now is the time, definitely, folks, to come on through. We are scheduled to close the cart down at midnight. However, I have been hearing stories of people wanting to keep it open for the next day because of the fact that we had a little problem on the first day that we did this launch, where the activation keys weren't firing. So since then, we've fixed all those problems for people. But a lot of people couldn't come in on that first day. So I have been toying. With extending this offer till tomorrow. I haven't fully officially decided on that yet. So I will. You'll probably hear more about that as we go on. But the only reason I would do it is because of those issues that I had before. Okay, because of those issues that we had on that first day. So I might extend this out by a day, and so you'll be the first to know if we do. But if you're ready to come on through, like many of our customers are, you are definitely, today you're guaranteed to come in. If you come in before midnight, you're not guaranteed to come in at that one-time price after midnight tonight. So definitely the time is now to come on through. So I welcome you to come on through if you haven't done so already. Okay. Now let me see if I have any other questions that are firing in. It looks like I do have several questions coming through, and let me just kind of hit some of these. So does EasyWebinars, and this is Rusty. Rusty is asking, Casey, does EasyWebinar, and let me, one second. we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. I just want to finish these slides out, okay? So if you're not satisfied with EasyWebinar, if we can't help you get it set up, then you can get your money back within 30 days, okay? All right, so you can easily go to EasyWebinar.com, okay? If you're someone who has a product or service or a community to build, or you're doing affiliate marketing for other people's products, maybe you're a consultant or a coach, this is going to be right for you. You can go to EasyWebinar.com. So let me answer some of these questions that I'm seeing right now. Rusty is saying, can we use EasyWebinar Suite in conjunction with EasyWebinar? Yes, you can to a degree, Rusty. So here's how that works. On the registration page and thank you page, you can use EasyWebinar or Easy Video Suite on those pages, okay, as embed codes. But on the event page right now, we integrate with YouTube, integrate with Amazon S3, and Vimeo Pro. Those are the things that we integrate with that stream out video in real time, okay? And Hayal is saying, how did he answer the question if it's not live? It is live. This is live. This is live, people. But you wouldn't know if I didn't. The only reason you know it's live is because I'm answering your question. Okay. Matano is saying, would it be possible to address my question, or should I hit you up in a support ticket? Yes, send me a PM. That would be better. Actually, you should have access to the 4.0 in your back office. So you're a current customer, Tano. So you should be able to get access. Go in your back office and go to your go into the subscription plan, and you should be able to upgrade to the 4.0. Okay. Okay, so Kunli is saying, so do you think we should replace live offline events with this awesome online event? Well, here's the thing. Oh, can you still hear me? Let me see here. Hold on one second, everybody. I'm going to try something. You might hear a buzz while I do this. Hold on one second. Bring this back over. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Pa pa pa, 1, 2, 3. Can you guys hear me still? But go ahead and put in the chat box if you can hear me okay now that I've changed screen. My microphone just died, my previous one, so I had to lost audio. Yep, I had to change that. So can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? How about now? How about now? How about now? Now? How about now? Let me know. Let me know. Put it in the chat box if you can hear me okay. I will go to the page to see if I can hear myself. That will help me to determine if you guys can also hear me. So let me just check that page. Hold on one second. The room page. Yes. Yep. Okay. You guys can still hear me, right? Awesome. Awesome sauce. Okay. All right. So you guys can hear me. Awesome. Awesome. Cool. All right. Great. So what I was saying was I was answering some questions. So let me just jump back into the questions. Brooke was saying, can I use full screen keynote presentations when doing a live presentation in Google Hangouts? I had heard this wouldn't work and see that you were using a PDF. No, you actually can. I've done it before, Brooke. In fact, if you want, I can try to prove it to you. Let's see if I can. You want me to try to prove it? Let me see if I can do that. Let me see if I find. First off, I need to find my keynote presentations. Let me just keynote it up. Keynote. Okay, let me find one that is going to work. So I will use this one, open. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna, so this is a trial. I'm just gonna test this out, and you should probably get this set up before you even do something like this. But first I'm gonna put myself back on camera. Okay. All right, so I'm back. Hello, hello, hello. And Let's see. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to share, I think how I'm going to do it is first I'm going to have to share my screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my first screen, and then I'm going to open up the Keynote. So let's see what that looks like, and you can tell me if it works or not, okay? So first I'm going to share my, first let me actually just test this to see how this plays. Play slideshow. Okay, that's where it's going to play. Okay, so it's actually going to play on the second screen. So now I'm going to move stuff over from there to here, to the first screen. So let me just pull this over, close that down. All right, now here we go. Ready? I'm going to share my desktop 2. Here we go. Desktop 2. Okay. Start sharing. Okay. Actually, I think I might be able to share the Keynote as it is. Hold on one second. Now that I looked at that again. Here's the Keynote. So let me actually first start sharing that, and then let's click to save to open it up for everyone. Hold on one second. Oh wait. Okay, here we go. So Keynote, play. Okay, now what do you see, everyone? Do you see my Keynote? Am I in full screen? Let me know. I could actually test this out in a different page if I really wanted to. Let me just check very quickly. But you can tell me what you see, and we can kind of compare and contrast notes. It's kind of exciting, right? So what do you see? Do you see my my screen? Let's see. Now let me go back in and look to see what that looked like on the page. So there is a way to answer your question. There definitely is a way to do that, and I'm wondering if I actually achieved it or not. If I didn't, then I can always try it again. But I know that there is definitely a way to do it, and it's just a question of setting it up to make sure it does it straight away. So. Yeah, and it looks like I'm streaming in real time. Right now we're probably at about a 10 to 20 second delay right now in the video, which is unheard of, really. Pretty crazy stuff. Yep, sound is not as loud. Yeah, okay. Yep, now we see you. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, so let me know if you guys can still hear me and see me and everything else, with the more people that are coming in. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get back to sharing this page right here, and I'm going to go in and continue to answer some of those questions that you might be having. So let me just pop over. Okay. All right. Oh, yes, there's so many. Sorry, I didn't get to many of these. Okay, can I use more than one Infusionsoft account? That is, can I choose which Infusionsoft account I want to use for my webinars when I create a webinar, or is it preset? I have 2 Infusionsoft accounts and we need to use one for different webinars. Okay, this is a great question, Kareem, and I totally get it. And right now, unfortunately, we have just one integration with Infusionsoft, or just one account can be integrated at one time. But we have had this asked by us to integrate Infusionsoft on the webinar level, okay? On the webinar level. So we will be doing that. We will be doing that on the site level. It's going to be based on per site, I think, so that now each site that you list with EasyWebinar, you can assign an Infusionsoft to that. But we don't have that as of yet. But if you come on through, it is something we will be working on. In version 4, I'm listening to the video training and so looking forward to going public soon with my message. Margaret, awesome. So glad that you're with us. Thank you. Julie says, one last question. Could I sell this option to an educational institution who is accessing webinars I've done for them? Julie, absolutely. Really interesting thing is that, when I first started out online, I had to do consulting work. That's how I made money until I started using webinars online. I didn't make any money online. I had to do consulting work. One of my consulting jobs was for a college. And with that college, I started setting up webinars, and my software was being created while I was working on these people, working as a consultant, and I sold them services of my webinar to them. So absolutely, learning institutions can use this. Think about this for a second, Julie. What about doing an online class that people can audit to come through for a school? Some schools, they have terrible, what's the word I'm looking for? Registration, it's enrollment. So what if you could have people come to an online school, enroll, and come and audit first class using a system like this, where we drop different things like questions, and maybe they have to fill in like a test underneath to be able to move into the next thing. All that can be done with EasyWebinar. Just think about how powerful that could be as a learning management tool, but also as a lead generation tool for bringing in new students for different schools. Okay, think about that, and you can highlight different programs in the different schools. So it's a pretty powerful thing. And if you want to talk to me about, if you have a contract with any schools like universities, you want to talk to me about getting a contract set up and working with them as maybe they're your client, and we have this on our side, we can come up with something to where, we white label it to them. You get a good split of that, and it's a ton of sense. It's a really good business model. So definitely think about it, and get back to us if you have that capability. Al Williams. Okay. So getting some money from a loan. Al, I don't know if the deal is going to be available till February 1st. I have been having people ask me, they've literally been begging me to keep it open for another 24 hours. And I've been seriously considering it. And I've been considering also a split pay option on the unlimited license. So, but it's not set in stone yet. I have not fully committed to that because I don't want, I just haven't made that decision yet. So, by coming in tonight by midnight, that can guarantee that you're actually in the program. But I'm not going to extend it till February 1st. We don't have that in our books, but we have talked about extending it till tomorrow simply because of the fact that we had technical issues on the first day, which caused a pushback. So we would extend it by 24 hours because of that pushback. That makes sense. And I've gotten countless requests for a split pay option on the first with the unlimited license. It would be $225 as right now, to pay right now, and $225 30 days from now. But haven't fully committed to that yet, just so everybody knows. So it still actually it's much more affordable for you to come in right now at a one-time price than pay the split pay that may be available for the next 24 hours. All right, let me keep going here. Peter, yes. Okay, so you guys, so it did work. Okay, Edward is saying, if we have 2,000 people on one page of our WordPress site, that's a lot of bandwidth. Would we need to purchase a higher hosting option from our current hosting? Yes, you would. Now, here's the thing. We had 1,500 people registered for a webinar, and we had about 800 people on, and we had no problems. But I have a dedicated server. So, in that regard, it works for me. We have actually specs. If you go to our help desk, we have specs that show you what you need based on your server capacity. So if you have a shared server, 200 people is probably fine. If you have 200 people registered for an event, your shared server may probably hold up for that. If you have anywhere between, if you get to 500, you may need a VPS, and you might need a middle level VPS. If you get to 1,000, you're definitely going to need a middle level VPS, and if you get to 2,000, you're going to need a dedicated server or a high-end VPS for your hosting. And your hosting company can talk to you that you can, and we have our specs that we can provide you, so you can say, hey, I want to host a 2,000 person webinar. Well, we can tell you what you need to boost your server up to do that. Okay, Dan. Well, welcome, Dan. We can talk about that. Sean Brown, you see me talking. Okay. All right, hold on one second. We're getting there. Alexa, how are you? Nice to see you. Okay, I'm seeing that we have, I'm just going back here and seeing a lot of the questions that were from earlier, about 10 minutes ago. You still screen, cool. You can see me now though, right? Yeah, okay, good. Clay. Okay, so Clay's asking, does EasyWebinar have a method for polling or surveys within a webinar? Here's the cool thing, Clay. You can actually use a third-party polling system and put it into our system. We integrate so easily with other software that it's so useful that you could actually use a lot of different pieces of software to do a lot of things. What I tend to do when I ask a question using our timed events, but in our timed events, you can put HTML in. So if you want to drop a survey in at, say, 2 minutes using EasyWebinar's timed events, you can do that. Excuse me, you would just use a third party. Now, we might be building that out into the future. We might have a polling system, a survey system, as well as a couple other things. But at the moment, that's what we have. But in our 4.0, for those who don't know, we have new things like one-click registration and Facebook sign up and new templates that are just kick butt. And I could show you, if you don't know those yet, I could show you what those look like. But so I've been kind of playing around with all those. Sharon says, I was a bit confused about the upsell online broadcast. Could one not just use EasyWebinar to do this? So Sharon, let me explain to you what online broadcast is. And for those who are just getting here, EasyWebinar has a couple of back-end products that you could take advantage of. One is online broadcast. And online broadcast, Sharon, is a training course. It trains you on how to use Google Hangouts and YouTube Live for your events. It also teaches you a little bit about presenting. It also shares a little bit of stuff on how to do that with EasyWebinar. So it's not it's not a software. It's the training that's built around that we suggest to take with EasyWebinar, right? I hope that makes sense. Online broadcast. It's on the back end when you come through and get EasyWebinar. Okay. And the other upsell, or the other program on the back end, the very first one is going to be my coaching program called LaunchStream. And that coaching program is a 4-week session that starts this next month in February. It's 4 weeks where we work together in group coaching, and I share with you and teach you how to use the 4 different types of events to maximize your profits in your business. Okay, the 4 types of events, which I shared with before. I'm not trying to make you sick here, but let me just go back up. The 4 types of events which will maximize your profits are a live event, rebroadcast event, a timed replay, and automated webinars. And guess what? The only software that can do all of these together, guess what it is? Boom, you're right. EasyWebinar is the only software that can do all this stuff together. Yeah? All right. Let me go to okay, Brent saying, no questions yet, but thanks. Awesome, Brent, no problem. Here's a follow-up from Kareem. Okay, Kareem's wanting to do Infusionsoft per webinar, not per site. Maybe what we can do is have you add more than one Infusionsoft machine, and then say assign for each webinar, have it show the different machines that you've assigned to your EasyWebinar account, and then you can select which one applies to which. Maybe that's something we might be able to do. The other idea, Kareem, is to just simply buy a second license and use that. So you could actually do that. You could just buy a second license if you wanted to, and roll in a new Infusionsoft into that. That would also work. I mean, if you're really needing to, that's what you could do right away, right? All right, let me keep going. How do you do live surveys during a webinar, automated or live? Well, as I said, I think I mentioned this. We have things that pop in, timed events, right? They can pop in during a webinar while the webinar is happening. And those timed events can start at a certain time and end at a certain time. And inside there, you can put anything, questions, you can put buy now buttons, and you can even put surveys and other things like surveys or polls. Now, there are other software that you can use to roll into it. So we allow you to add other HTML into there. And so you can grab an HTML poll, put it right into our system. Kianj is also saying, where do you access the bonuses? I purchased 4.0 today. Okay, so many people I don't think are reading that initial email going out with their account. Inside that email, I have a link for the bonuses in there with your password to get the bonuses. So go back to the original email that you signed up with. Okay, it should say, hey, congratulations, this is has your login account. And in that, you'll get the link for the bonuses. And those bonuses are powerful, man. They're $1,900 worth of just kick butt stuff. I spent a lot of time and energy putting those bonuses together. They are worth the price of admission into EasyWebinar alone, seriously. But EasyWebinar, of course, is one of the most powerful tools you're ever going to use in your business. So it all is an amazing thing, obviously. And with EasyWebinar, you can easily make back your money within your first webinar. I mean, we've had several clients do that. And, I probably share with you a ton of them, right? You've seen the emails, you've seen actually people coming out of the woodwork, sharing their own stories. So it's pretty crazy stuff. Ted B just bought. Thank you, Ted, so much. And everyone else who has purchased, thank you. You guys rock. You're not going to regret it. We have an awesome community inside. And we have literally, we have 4,000 plus members. We've put in a ton of members in the last few days, obviously, for the launch. And we are just so excited for you to be in the Facebook group. Come on through as soon as you can. Roshio's asking, do you have an affiliate program? Yes, we do have an affiliate program at partners.easywebinar.com. Yes, we do. So if you are someone who is interested in becoming one of our partners and make money from EasyWebinar and promoting it out to your own people, we can certainly do something with you. We love to have partners who have good, solid communities. Yep. Awesome. Kareem is saying, okay, I'll get the extra license for 97 bucks, but I'll need to figure out how to use it for the other Infusionsoft account. Well, you just add the different Infusionsoft credentials in there. Yeah, and I totally get it. Right. Our software, of course, has a lot more robust features, but we can work something out. Just PM me, Kareem, and we can figure it out. Kianja, I hope I'm saying your name right. I don't want to butcher it. It said she or he just upgraded. So thank you. Awesome. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of new customers coming through our door right now. So welcome to all the new people coming in. You guys are awesome. Thank you. It's really great to have you here. So like, for instance, I can name off people like Ted. Thank you so much for coming. And Donna has just come into EasyWebinar. Matthew D'Angelo has come into EasyWebinar. Michelle Garcia has now come into EasyWebinar. Tricia has come in. I'm probably not saying your name right. Tricia has come into EasyWebinar. Richard came into online broadcast from EasyWebinar. Thomas Baker came into EasyWebinar. Congratulations, Thomas. Glad you're here. Amanda Ryan, welcome to EasyWebinar. Thank you for being a part of the community. Everybody, once you come in, go right into our Facebook group. Okay, start saying hi and start connecting. We have a award-winning customer service. So if you have problems or concerns or questions, don't worry. They're going to be there to help you. Now, it's kind of late here right now, but don't worry. We have actually 24-hour staff. Now, it is coming on to the weekend, so it's a little lighter. But if you're having problems now, don't worry. We'll be here on Monday, first thing in the morning. We actually work during the day on Saturdays. You'll get someone to respond to you, and then you'll know that you're not alone. And come into the Facebook group and talk to people, and you'll just see that they'll say to you, "Don't worry." They get back to you. We are on top of it. Temper Thompson, I love the name. Thank you for coming in. Paul A. Salinas, welcome. I'm glad you're a part of the community. Karen Smith, come on through. Thank you. I love that you're here as well. Man, Sharon Akins, hi, how are you? Thank you for coming in. Sean Brown upgraded. Awesome, Sean. Richard Thompson. Hi, Richard. Man, we have a lot of good people. Linda Schmidt, thank you guys so much for coming in. I have a lot of people getting this commercial license. A lot of people are really excited. Here's the thing. A lot of people are really excited about this opportunity to be able to use this on their client sites, to be able to have 5 sub-users and have them have their own logins and literally charge your clients whatever you want. I mean, it's a powerful business model. And here's another thing, interestingly enough, we have our own built-in service called Producer's Corner. So if you ever get stumped with any questions or problems with your webinar, we will come in and literally help you set it up step by step, from tech all the way to producing your live events for you. Okay, right? That's what we can do for you with our Producer's Corner. I'm also going to be doing, because I see we have a ton of consultants coming through the door, I'm also going to be doing a certification at some point here. So if you want to be a producer with EasyWebinar, and someone in our Producer's Corner, we're going to be doing certification so that you can get up to speed on using EasyWebinar, up to speed on Google Hangouts, YouTube Live, set up the technical. You'll get an understanding of how to help presenters present. I was in the acting world for a long time, so I'm good in front of the camera, but I also teach a different methodology for presenting, which is more built around someone's authenticity and not so much what the stringency that you sometimes hear, which is you can't say ums and ahs, and you can't you have to always look them in the eye, and there are things that you don't that's kind of an old system, an old mentality. I think transparency marketing, authenticity are the keys to presenting now, and with our certification we kind of help you with that. So I don't have that to send out yet, but for those who are interested, you can mention it and let me know. So we have even some more people just bought in the last couple of minutes. Julie Hine, welcome. Thank you for coming through. Matano just upgraded. Welcome, Matano. Roshio, who just asked the question, has just come through as well. Welcome, Roshio. Thank you guys for coming in. Thank you. You guys are brilliant. Let me see if there are any other questions while we're on here. Hold on one second. Let me go back in. And you know what? I'm going to come back in and share my screen. Even though my voice is dying, I'm going to share my screen so you can see me again. Hi there. Changed mics. This mic died after 3 hours of doing a live stream. This one died on me. So I switched it up to this one. But hey, I've got backups all over the place, right? You see? So we're good. We're good to go no matter what. Okay, now this is how I'm working this. Here's my camera, but right below I'm taking my questions as they're coming through right into my email. But the cool thing about EasyWebinar is all this stuff is added right into your back office of EasyWebinar. You can track people's questions, comments. You can see how many people attend the event, if they clicked on the links, anything, how many registered, how many showed, how many, just all that data is served within the back of EasyWebinar. Okay, Alexa is asking, share more about how it integrates with WordPress. So Alexa, we are a WordPress plugin, meaning that we plug directly into your WordPress site. Okay, so you download the plugin onto your WordPress site. We have an access key that we give you. You plug it in to your WordPress site, and now you've connected the two together, EasyWebinar and your WordPress site. So now you build all the webinars inside EasyWebinar. You never touch your WordPress site again, and they'll just feed it right in, and that's all you have to worry about. So all the editing of EasyWebinar is inside EasyWebinar. You don't go back to your WordPress site to change those things. You don't need to worry about that. Okay. Okay. Janice saying, is the Facebook group available for the basic, or is it just for those who upgrade? Oh, no. The Facebook group is for everyone. Is every single member of EasyWebinar. Facebook group is for you. Doesn't matter what level you're at. It's a community. It's a community we built. So no, please come on into that Facebook group. Now, LaunchStream, I do have a separate group for my coaching students, but again, my coaching is $1,000. So it's a different thing. Obviously, you're going to have to pay the premium. You get access to a closer bit of group who can network, and and of course the coaching, which is really super powerful. That's available in February. It's completely optional, but it's something if you want to take your webinars to the next level, boom, that's what the coaching is there for. Sean Brown, I said I gave you a congrats. He was like, I didn't hear my name being called, but I did. I called his name. Thank you, Casey. Looking forward to getting started and already joined your Facebook group. Awesome, Matthew. We have to get you. Once you ask to join, we're going to have to, let you in. But as soon as we do, boom, you're inside. So we have somebody who said, I purchased this evening and have received the ClickBank receipt, but not your welcome email. What's up with that? I don't know. That's a good question. Check your spam.
If it's not in your spam, we're going to get you set up. So send in a ticket if you can and let me know. I see that you responded already. Let me see. What plugin do you use for the members area of EasyWebinar? I don't use any plugin. That was all custom built, by the way, DP. So to answer your question, though, my friend, do put in a help desk ticket so I can get my guys to make sure we get in there. So I want them to get your login information to you tonight. We have a lot of people accessing EasyWebinar right now, so there are so many people accessing it. There might be causing some stuff. Don't worry, we will get you set up. If it's not happening, right away, it's gonna happen. Trust me. We're not going anywhere. We have your data. Come into the Facebook group. If we're not saying anything, if we're not getting back to you in the help desk, shoot me an email. Shoot Lewis an email. Lewis, you can send an email to support@easywebinarplugin.com if we're not getting back to you. Go into the Facebook group. We'll get back to you. Jamil's asking, I'm having trouble with my credit card. Want to buy a commercial license, but I'm not sure if I can get in until Monday. Jamil, I don't know if this is going to be available at Monday. I'm really, really sorry. I have to kind of keep within the guidelines of when we're going to do this. I've already put it in my mind that potentially I would extend this for 24 hours, but not till Monday. Not till Monday. I'm sorry, my friend. But if you can do something by tomorrow, maybe that could help you. Yeah, if we extend it off till tomorrow. Jan, yeah, I found out that there was that link. Thanks. No problem, Jan. Of course. Okay, Dan. What is the commercial license? Oh, okay. So Dan is asking, what is the commercial license? So Dan, the commercial license, as I said, is a license that you can use on your client sites. Okay, unlimited access to put EasyWebinar on your client sites. Charge your clients whatever you want. Also, you get 5 additional users that can access your account. They have their own login, and you give them certain permission to access only certain webinars. It's really cool, and you can charge them whatever you want for it. So it's essentially like you're getting a reseller license, but it's not. I don't want you using it like a reseller's license. You can only have up to 5 additional users, okay? But they get their own login, and it's like they have their own plugin. So you could charge them whatever you want. That's the commercial license. Up to 5, you have 5 sub-users, and you can use it on an unlimited number of your client sites, okay? But only 5 sub-users. Hope that makes sense. That's what we're doing with that. We're giving you permission to use it like that. Leon, I want to have my presentation available online whenever they click the link and not stream live. Can I send out links and have people see it on demand? That is important to me. Leon, this is a great question. No one's asked this question yet. Leon Katz, thank you. I love you, man. Here's the thing. So people have been, we've been talking about how EasyWebinar can stream video in real time, as the look and feel of live. But what about if you want to have it play right from the beginning every single time when some new person comes? Well, with EasyWebinar, you can do that too. All you have to do is put in an HTTP video with an Amazon S3 video, right? That's all you have to do. And it will stream, right from the beginning. Now, the other thing is that EasyWebinar also creates a replay page. And that replay link has a scrub bar. So it will always play from the beginning for them automatically or automagically, right? So we have a ton of cool links that will do those features for you, Leon. Brooke is saying, where can we read more about the coaching? Well, Brooke, did you come on through EasyWebinar? If you didn't, that's where the coaching is on the back end. But I'm probably going to do another webinar in the next week or so, recruiting more people to come into launch stream. So if you're not in now, you just keep an eye out for it. If that's something you might want to attend for February, I'm probably going to do something next week to start it, because we start, I think February 9th is our first live training. However, when you come inside launch stream right now, when you pay the $1,000, you get access to 32 hours of our previous sessions of launch stream, which are hugely powerful. And you get access all the way to online broadcast. So I give you online broadcast, which sells for itself at $500, right? You get online broadcast, which is my training, which teaches YouTube Live and Google Hangouts. Plus you get 32 hours of previous launch stream training rolled into one. And we do live training all through February. So it's a lot of stuff. It's not just a lot of stuff. It's also laid out right so you're not overwhelmed, and you can take it at your own pace, and everything is archived. But the live experience is what people really love, because the live experience, just like we're doing now, I can respond to you and talk to you, and we can put you in a hot seat and look at your webinar and decide what you're doing wrong and what you are doing good and what we could improve upon, and how just to make you a master at webinar. So it's a really powerful, really powerful thing. We've done 2 sessions of these. They've worked out like gangbusters. We have awesome testimonials, case studies from the previous students who've come through. Bozidar came through our program. I taught him this concept of the rebroadcast, the way I specifically teach it. And he was able to double his income from his live event on the rebroadcast. And no one does this. No one teaches this stuff. So that's what, that's what you're here for when you come into Launch Stream. Oh, cool. Matthew says that Luis Rivera was all over it, getting him into the Facebook group. Sweet. Luis is here for you. So if you have a problem, we are here. If we buy it tonight, can we get the commercial license for the same upgrade? Yes. Yes. If you're an existing customer, that upgrade is there for you. DP is saying, I trust you. Thank you. Thanks, my friend. I really appreciate it. Yeah. And you can, I have your email here. Let me actually shoot Luis a message so he gets this right away. I'll say, hey, you didn't get access. Hey man, I'm Skyping Luis right now, my help guy. Hey man, this person, what's your first name, by the way? Because I don't see it. This person giving the email just bought, but said the welcome email didn't fire and didn't get login. Can you find her account and send them an email with a new password? Thanks. I am currently doing a live stream and telling everyone what I'm saying as I'm typing you. I am saying as I am typing you. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. I just wanted to make sure I got it done right now. Sharon saying, you've been amazing on these Q&As. As well as sending emails during the rebroadcast, I'm grateful for your energy. You are truly inspirational. Enjoy a relaxing weekend. I will certainly try. This is going to be my first weekend of, well, it's not even relaxation. I promised my wife that we need to go on a vacation. And I also, we're in the process of adopting a child, and I've been very neglectful. So I need to jump on that. I need to be better, because we have a lot of new stuff rolling out with that. So thank you, Sharon, so much. I really appreciate it. And Sharon is having some problems with the VAT stuff, and I understand that. Here's the problem: is ClickBank is the shopping cart, and I wish I had control over VAT laws and things like that, but they're the ones that are charging you the additional cost based on those taxes. I don't have control over that. I wish I did, and I already sent a message to my my rep saying, hey, can we get more documentation about what this is and if it's and how accurate it is. So I'm already checking on that for you because I care, but they're the ones that are doing it. They process billions of dollars a year. So I wish I had some control over that. But Sharon, thank you so much for being a part of the community. I really do appreciate it. Brooke has 4.0. Boom. Nice. Okay. Do you need business WordPress sites? Is Alexa was asking. Here's what you need, Alexa. You need a WordPress.org site, which can take literally 5 minutes to upload or to install. And anyone can do it. Well, not anyone can do it, but you can go to Fiverr.com and literally pay someone $5 to add that in. So just be aware of that. Yes, we integrate with WordPress. You could just create a WordPress site, use the URL like mysite.com, add EasyWebinar to it, and then start doing all your webinars from that particular site. That's really all that you need to do. And Rocio said, I'm in, thank you. Get some deserved rest. Last question. Do you have tech support in Spanish? Yes, we do. Oh, yes, we do. Luis speaks fluent Spanish, and also he can help with Portuguese as well. So if we have anybody who's Portuguese coming in, we have a lot of Brazilians who've been recently coming into the program. So, that's done as well. Am I on video? I just realized that I'm still on video. I can't believe that I'm actually still on the video here. I totally forgot that it was on the video. So if I was doing anything weird, just let me know. Sorry about that, everybody. So let me go back into the questions if there are any other questions coming through. Oh, good. He received it. Okay, let me tell. DP just said that he did receive the email. Let me tell Lewis. Okay, cancel that, Lewis. He found the email. No worries. Okay. Phew. Just want to make sure I don't want to, Lewis has been so great. Our customer service guys have been so great during this launch. I just love them to death. They've been just on top of it. They're there for you. It's just like I just would not be anything without these guys. So, I don't think any of them are on right now, and obviously they'll be getting some good bonuses. But I would like to just give them a shout out. I'd like to give them a shout out because they're good people. And if you see them in the help desk, say, hey, Casey sent you a shout out. Say that Casey sent you an applause. I had to do that. Because that's part of what we can do. Okay. Yes, that's hilarious. Oh, okay, I know it's hilarious. So isn't that fun? I don't know. I think that element of it has a little bit of fun, excitement in it. Okay, let me see who else has come through. Kareem, thank you so much for coming in. Love you, man. Dan League has come in. I know Dan. Billy Fong is also in. Welcome, Billy. Welcome to all the new EasyWebinar-ers. I always say that, ers. I put that at the end. So welcome, you guys. Thank you so much for coming in. Go into the Facebook group immediately. Start saying hi. Start connecting. It's just a really powerful group. You could just start connecting. Put pictures up, please. Just say, hey, I'm on a call with Casey right now. All that is awesome, okay? So just do that. And, if you're experiencing any technical stuff again, we are on top of it. So just, be aware that we will handle it. You are safe, okay? Sometimes, you remember, this is a WordPress plugin. So if your server has certain issues like server capacity or maybe you have permission issues, then we have to go in and just take a look. But we are on top of it for everyone. And we have very few of these people that are having these problems. But if you're one of them, don't worry, we are going to handle you and help you with that, okay? All right? Okay. So, you know what? Now now I've been doing this for a little over 3 hours now. So at this point, I think I'm just about calling it quits tonight. Okay. I think I might be at the point where I'm calling it quits. If you are someone who has not come through, and if you're still watching this, go ahead and ask the questions that you may have. Oh, I see more questions coming. Yes, great applause. Okay, yeah, thank you. Sharon does a clap across the Pacific from down under. Awesome, Sharon. Hardest working man in America, DP. Thank you. Yeah, it's been working for sure. And if you guys haven't seen the pre-launch videos, that has a lot of content that can teach you all about webinar stuff. So definitely check that out if you haven't been in there, right? Okay. Just for a minute, then pull it back. Can we see what it looks like with the special discount information? Yes, right now, before midnight, because I haven't fully officially decided if I'm going to extend this out till tomorrow, you can get EasyWebinar for a one-time price of $397 right now for life. That gets you access to the hosting that we're going to be doing later on. That gets you access to all the upgrades that we're going to be doing. And you are going to be getting $1,900 worth of bonuses that you get immediately when you come on through. So no other program has everything all in one, live and automated, like we do. And we welcome you to come into the membership area. We welcome you to come become one of our community members. That's what it's all about. It's a community. And we love our community because they are there to help each other. We don't like people, first off, if you are someone who's going to bring in a negativity, we'd rather you not come into the community. If you're someone who's worried about, well, something work, I totally get that. I've been there. So don't worry. If you're someone who's concerned, that's different than someone who's just angry and bitter and just wants to be mad all the time. That's not who I'm interested. I'm interested in bringing into our community. I'm interested in people who see the opportunity, see the reality of things, because the reality of things is that you can make money doing webinars. You can build leads doing webinars, like many of our clients and customers have done. In fact, I don't know if you saw this, guys, but what I'll do. I'm going to bring this down, and I'm going to show you just some new things that we just saw recently. I'll share my desktop too. Hold on. Actually, I'll share my desktop too. And I want to share with you some things that people have just said recently. I mean, it's in the Facebook group. That's a crazy thing. You'll find it actually in the Facebook group. Well, aside from the fact that we have these people who have come in to EasyWebinar and are making money every single day, such as as I've already pointed out. Sorry, I'm just breezing through this. John Lee Dumas. Jason Caruso made $13,000 from his automated webinar. Diane does her live events. She makes $5,000 a month using EasyWebinar as a broadcast tool. Kim Beasley, she has a client for $75,000, and she does EasyWebinar for as a producer, right? So you can do this if you're a coach and consultant. You can make money from this stuff. Ken Krell uses EasyWebinar to put on live summits, okay? And he was using Google GoToWebinar before. It was just completely cumbersome. He came in, used our system to do his live summit, and everybody loved it. He had rave reviews. So, there are different ways. You're only limited by your imagination, people. You're only limited by your imagination as to what you can get and do with EasyWebinar. So just be aware of that. Now, we have other people too. And I have this in my social proof, folder. Let me show you some stuff. Here's my designer. Do you see this page? You should be able to see it. Here's my designer. This was from yesterday. This was yesterday. He put this in Skype yesterday. He said, made $2,000. This is his EasyWebinar URL for the registration page. It's probably, I don't know if it's up now, but this was yesterday. He did this event all about WordPress. He made $2,000. Okay. This is my designer. This is his first webinar. Okay. So if my designer can do it, you can do it. Trust me. Here's a guy who sent me an email just yesterday. Look, it was January 29th. This was yesterday. And it was after I sent this email out to you guys about, EasyWebinar kind of shutting down. He wrote me back. He said, Casey, I just want to let you know that I've made over $107,000 since last August using, I can't zoom in, using EasyWebinar. Love the software, and I just purchased 4.0. David, wow. And it's like amazing. Isn't that great? Now, these are from our live stream, right? You see some of these from the live stream we did before. Okay, but I know I have more here. Here's Brad, who posted in Facebook just 2 days ago about using EasyWebinar. He said, wow, got EasyWebinar on Sunday, watched the tutorials, set up my first webinar for today, and boom, $1,579 in sales for 1 hour Webby. Easy to use, great functionality, and had no issues. Thanks for the quick responses from Casey and the group to make it as simple as possible to run. Look at all the people that respond. I mean, it's like, this is the group. This is us. We're here. It's a group. It's not, you're not left in the dark. I mean, that's the brilliant thing about it. And, we have, of course, these $1,900 worth of bonuses, okay? The new YouTube series, the screen capture training, interviews with some of our clients on how they're using EasyWebinar now, The image bundle, over 250 high resolution, am I saying that right? Images, has been up for way too long, that you can use. They have no copyright on them. You can use them in your presentations and your videos. We have LinkedIn training for getting more people to your webinars. What about Twitter? We have Twitter, so you can get traffic from Twitter to your webinars. We teach you about how to create a high converting registration page, from promo videos on the registration pages to the registration pages themselves. How to live stream like a superhero. We teach you all the things you need to live stream, such as what cameras to use, what audio to use, the lighting, how to present, okay? And of course, and you get the gear checklist, which is awesome. And all this is available for you as soon as you become a member of EasyWebinar. Plus, you get access to our private members-only Facebook group, solving many of the world problems there, which is, of course, priceless. So, you know, we're definitely doing a lot of stuff there. Let's see what Jill said. Jill, let's see. She said, thanks for accepting my request to join. I ran my first EasyWebinar an hour ago and pleased with how it went. I didn't have time to test beforehand, so I wasn't sure what's going on to happen exactly. But all the email went out expected. Folks signed up and it recorded. Nifty. Looking forward to taking this and turning it into a recorded webinar instead of a live one, however. Got more work to do. Got to make these lead magnet deliver prospects to me so I can focus on the work and not on the marketing. Nice to hear that from Jill. Man, I know we have more of these. Here's Corey. My results today using EasyWebinar 4.0 for the first time. First webinar in the books. This was, guys, these are all in the last, like, I don't know. They're all in the last 2 weeks, right? Most of them are in the last week. My results today using EasyWebinar 4.0 for the first time. First webinar in the books. I was happy with it. I have to thank both the EasyWebinar community and if maybe saying up me or something. I don't know what he's saying. But 85 signups, 21 attendees, 42 replays so far, made $600. He can do better. He says it. And in fact, he could, because if you guys, you know, one of the cool things about our software is now we have this thing called one-click registration. The 4.0 was created so that you can get more people registered, more people to attend, and more people to buy. That's the true nature of why we developed EasyWebinar. And, you know, you can see based on some of my own stats, let me just show you something very quick. And sorry, I just itched my head, so my hair is just gone like crazy up here. But let me just quickly show you as I pull this stuff up. I see we have more people coming in. Aaron welcome. Nice to see you. Gina Spirio, welcome. Thank you for coming. I'm glad you're inside. Minesh, welcome, Minesh. So glad to have you here. And Bradley Reed, thank you guys so much for becoming EasyWebinar customers. You guys rock immensely. And thank you. Let's look at, I know my hair is a mess right now. I apologize. So let's look at this. Let me quickly show you my screen so you can see the stats from this event that I did tonight. Now, these are modest stats because, you know, I just sent this out tonight, but let me quickly show you some of the stats so you can kind of get an idea of what this looks like. So let me quickly show that to you. Show stats. Okay, here we go. Boom. And because I don't know if you know what the back end looks like of EasyWebinar and the analytic area, which I love. That's my favorite part of this. So let's show this. I think it is, yeah. You should see my screen now. Do you see my screen? Yeah, you see it? Okay. Right? Okay, I was just moving things around. Okay, here's what's cool. We had, for this event, 192 people visited. 163 out of the 192 registered for the event. Out of those people, 99 showed up. 95 watched. These are incredible. You know why this is incredible and how this happened? It's because of the fact that I used EasyWebinar's no registration countdown link, which automatically registers people to the event itself. And using this is really, really powerful because you can register someone. All they do is you can put it in your own autoresponder, change out, you know, the email here for your autoresponder short code for email, the name for your autoresponder short code for name, send it through your email in your autoresponder, and then boom, people automatically get registered. And this increases your show up rate, by literally like 60 to 75%. I mean, this is insane. The conversion rate is insane. What is this? I need a calculator. Hold on, let me check this out. 192 divided by 163. I don't think I'm doing that right. Yeah, I'm not doing that right. 163 divided by 192 equals, that's an 84% conversion rate. That's crazy. That is crazy, right? And that's when you use, this is when you're using it for your own list. I really recommend you doing it, because for your own list, man, you can get everybody on there, get them first. I use EasyWebinar and use it to get people to my automated webinars, with EasyWebinar. So like, if I go back into, can you see my screen still? You should be able to see it. So if I go in here, I use EasyWebinar to filter people through into a webinar. So here's a webinar right here. Look at my conversion costs to get people on this webinar. This is my live stream like a hero webinar, where they come in and they get registered. Now I think I turned this off since recently, but normally when it's on and it's cooking, this is what it kind of looks like, right? And it brings people right into my webinar. Let me see if I even have this running still. View in newsfeed. So let's see what it would look like in my newsfeed. But here's another ad that I have running right now. That ad actually goes into something else. So here, if I click on that, yeah, boom, that brings me into how to live stream like a hero. And guess what, people? This is one of our templates. This template converts at about 50+%, like 58%. And all it is you've noticed, it's just all that text. And why does it convert so well? Because it really explains why people need to do this. And all I did was I took the email that I sent my people out and I put it right in here and made it so everybody understood what it's all about, right? This is why people come through. They read it, they say, oh, okay, I get it, that's cool. They come through, right? This is, I think, my training. Oh yeah, that's the training right there. So, these things, this is the way you get automated traffic to your automated webinars, right? That's the way to do it. So, these are pretty good conversions right here. I expect that, you probably could do the same thing with yours as well. So where was I? Was I in the dashboard here? No, I was in EasyWebinar stat. No, I was in, okay, here is where I was in. So that's essentially how this works, man. These conversions are crazy. And it's really from these links here. The other links that you see here are, here's the replay link. So if I clicked on that, you would actually see the event that we're doing right now. This is the event we're doing right now, but I could pause it. Look at this. I've been doing this for 3 hours and 31 minutes. Oy vey, right? That's pretty crazy stuff. Yeah. So you can see that that's what that would look like. Here's another thing. This brings me into the live room as it's happening right now. Okay. This link is a direct link that brings me right into the room, just like this. If I turn that down, so that's how that looks, right? Then this one, this countdown link right here, this will send me to a countdown page prior to the event starting, and then send me into the room. Okay, you notice that? That's how that works. Yeah. So those are those links, and something you should know about those links is that these are open links. Okay, but when someone registers here, after they register, they will get emails that will bring them into this link. But if you clicked on this link right now, it'll redirect you to the registration page. And it says that registration is not available because this was a one-time event. So it's not, you can't register for it again. Now, what I could do, actually, I could do this while we're talking. I could make it available by clicking Edit Webinar and turning this event that we're in right now, that we're streaming live, I can turn it into a recurring event. So right now it's streaming as a one-time event. It's actually live, not automated, but hey, who's counting? I'm going to turn it into a recurring event. And I'm also going to have it set for 11 a.m. There we go. And I'll set it for 2 p.m. Starting every day. I'm going to have it stream out every single day. And I'm going to remove the clone thing. I'm going to say Casey's. Okay, I'm going to put that. I'm going to go and see if I'm going to tweak any of this stuff. Live Q&A. Thank you page. You're confirmed. Okay, so these are the thank you. This is where all the pages are, and you just fill in the information. It's really super simple to do. The event page. Oh, I know what I need to do. I want to go in and change the presenter information because I noticed it was saying something about me streaming. There we go. That's actually fine. Okay, cool. Confirmed. Awesome. Let me just look at my notifications. They look okay. Save and publish. Okay, there's that one right there, right? So we click on it. Yep, and we can actually then now go in, look at the registration page again. And now, you can see it's set to an automated event. The next available time slot that someone can register is for tomorrow. And these are the times. And it's streaming in my time zone. But I could change this around to stream in my attendees time zone if I wanted to. But I'm not going to. I'm going to keep it in Pacific. But if you came to this page and I changed this to your time zone, it would stream in your time zone at 11, 2, and 5. That's the automated stuff. No other software has all that built in and the live. So you're getting some good stuff with this. So okay, let me bring myself back in the screen again, and let me just see if there are other questions, and then we'll get. Man, I still have a lot of people watching. Kudos to you guys for still sticking around, and whoever's watching still, you guys are awesome. So thank you so much for still being here. Let me see if we have any questions. Whoa, yeah, we have some questions. Renee is saying, I noticed you talked about Amazon Player. I've been using screencasts from TechSmith for my videos. I'm wondering about Amazon Player. You know what? Maybe I should go back in to show you how our software works with Amazon so you can kind of get an idea of it. So let me pull up and find, yeah, let me use this one. Okay. And let's do a screen share again so you can kind of see what I'm doing here with this. Hold on 1 second. I have to zoom out because I'm getting just a tad tight there. There we go. There we go. Okay, cool. All right, now let me share my screen one more time, and I'll show you how the screen share or how Amazon works, so you can kind of get a good sense of how Amazon is doing its thing. Let me pull that up. Go into screen share. Okay, so now you see my screen, right? Again. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into here and I'm going to create a webinar. So I'm going to click Edit Webinar. And I'm going to go right away into the event page. Okay, like just let's imagine you've already set up all this stuff and you decided on which template you're going to use. I have this one selected. I'm going to go to the event page. And now I'm going to add a video. Now I already have YouTube in here, but you can add Vimeos as well, Vimeo videos as well. But what if I want to upload a video? So within our system, you can upload a video to Amazon. You have to add your access key and your secret key. I'm not sure if I have them. There we go. Okay. And then you can browse your account. Or then what you would then do is you'd select a video to upload. Okay. Now okay, yeah. So there's a couple things. Once you start adding videos, you'll add it. I actually have the EasyWebinar hosting option. So I can actually upload to EasyWebinar. Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, okay. So hold on. Sorry. There we go. So I'll actually do it this way to start. And I'm going to grab document. Let's go with video clips. All right, so let's take that, open it up, and it uploads. And then once it uploads, it adds in 2 links, an RTMP link and a mobile link as well. And that's essentially what the software does. So you can upload your own videos into your own Amazon S3 account using our system, choose which one you want to use, widescreen or standard for the video player, and boom, you're done. Now, if you don't have this, also you want to set the video length, by the way. So whatever the video length is, you want to put that in. So this one is, I think, literally like let's say, yeah, I don't know, 30, let's say 31 seconds. But you want to get accurate with that. I have timed events that are set. So I'm going to set a timed event to start at 2 seconds and end at 10 seconds. Let's set this one up to start at 12 seconds and end at 25 seconds. Although I don't know if the video is as long as that. So let's click save and publish. Oops, something went wrong. The event settings, only YouTube is valid for live events. So now I need to go in, and because it's set to a live event, I make it automated. Boom. And I'm going to say it's streamed out in my attendees time zone at 1 p.m. is fine. On the 30th is 31st is fine. Go back to my event. Yep, great. We've done that. Now click save and publish. And I got to remember which one this is. 4 steps. So we go to here. And let me just open this up. Yeah, so we just created this page. So let me see what now this looks like if we come into the event room. True, awesome. So now there you can see kind of that video is in there. Here's a timed event that pops up right below that video, as you can see right there. Yeah. Yeah, so you can kind of get a feel of how that works. There's another video. There's another timed event that just showed up underneath there, right? So you can kind of see that, and that's how that works. And this has actually, sorry, this had a redirect. As soon as the video is over, I put I added inside EasyWebinar when I did it to redirect as soon as the event was over. So there's inside here you have this option of redirecting once an event is over in the event page. You have this redirect option right here that you can send someone to. And you can put this, as soon as the video is over, it'll redirect. So EasyWebinar or whatever, you can put it in there, right? So, okay, I hope that makes sense for the Amazon thing. Let me bring myself back up here and let me see if there's any questions that are filling the space. So hold on 1 second. Got to come down here. Safari. Oh, it's down there. Okay. Pull this back up. All right. And so Renee, I hope that answers your question. B says, Brad Reed, I'm buying right now. Thanks. Awesome sauce. Awesome, Brad. Thank you for coming through, man. Okay, smart guy. How do you get the sound effects to come through as you did? It's inside Google Hangouts. It's inside Google Hangouts. Hey, no one's laughing at you. No one's laughing at you. I swear. I swear. No one's laughing at you. It's inside Google Hangouts, Jeff. That's just one of their features. Okay, cool. Kareem came in, said, I figured out, I need to get some sleep. Looking forward to using your software. Thanks, man. Really appreciate it. Sorry if you guys see some random mosquito. We've had this mosquito problem going on. I hope it's not West Nile. Do you do these events every Friday night? I don't. Otherwise, it would kill me. But I'm planning on doing more live events every single week, training on different topics. So I'm going to pull out all the stops, like some of my favorite tools like PicMonkey or Evernote or various things like that. So you guys have a lot of stuff like that. Also, we're going to try to do a weekly training with EasyWebinar. So either I'm going to teach it or Lewis is going to teach it, or maybe even some of our clients who are really kicking butt with EasyWebinar can come in and train on certain topics of EasyWebinar so that you have it. Tim, can you broadcast pre-recorded video YouTube videos? I think you just saw that, right? Yes, you can. And they'll play in real time, Tim. Casey, I see you have an integration with SendGrid. This was well advertised. Yes. I don't think we're integrated with Mandrill. At this point, we're integrated with SendGrid for the hosting of the emails, but not Mandrill. And we suggest you get SendGrid. We definitely suggest it. It's just going to make your life so much easier, especially if you're getting people to your events. You're going to want to have hosting. I mean, if you're getting a lot of people in, you're going to want to have that. So that's why it's like that. Sam said, did you decide to extend special until tomorrow night? I have not done that yet. No, I have not made that decision yet. My brain is still fried. It's something I have to come back to and make that decision soonish, but I have not officially decided that yet. Oh my God. Bradley Reed was on all night. You came at the beginning when I was on. He said, I just bought. I'm exhausted tonight. I've been on the whole live stream tonight and my brain is mush. Get going. Can I still pick up the online broadcast offer at the same price later? Yeah, connect up with me and I can get you into that. I want to really look at the online broadcast and see if it's right for me. Yeah, with the offer, when you come through as an EasyWebinar customer, I'm offering online broadcast at a $200 discount. So $297 is what you get online broadcast, which is the training program, which normally sells for $497. So for anybody coming through, I'll probably still send that out and say, hey, if you missed it, you can still get the discount. Here's a coupon code for it. How did the Facebook integration work? Yes, so Facebook, we have a one-click Facebook integration. So you can use Facebook to register attendees with one click. I don't have time to go into that, but all you do is you can actually create an app which doesn't take any time at all. And we have videos inside EasyWebinar that Lewis created on how to do that. Oh, okay, Clay, it's go to easywebinar.com. Yeah, this event, guys, went over the time that I had my timed events because Clay's saying, Casey, we lost the buy now button on the current layout. I can't buy. We could also use the URL of purchase page. Also, please tell us if you can extend the offer. So here's the deal. The reason the buy now buttons aren't showing up anymore is because we've gone beyond the time that I set for this broadcast. So I had the buy now buttons the access now buttons ending at I think 2.5 hours in. So we're now pushing almost 4 hours. So pretty crazy stuff. I never heard the answer on using EasyWebinar to host my on-demand events at any time. Yes, Leon, yes, I told you that. Oh my gosh, yes, Leon, we do. I hope you're still on. Yes, we do. All you have to do is put the HTTP video of, say, an Amazon S3 video in, and it'll stream always starting from the beginning. Can I offer a replay of this training? Yeah, if people can sit through 4 hours, I probably will. Is this live? Say it now if it is, because this screen looks different than the other seminar. Yes, this one is live. 3 minutes ago you asked this, so maybe you're on still. This one is live. The other one was streamed in real time. That's the other one. That was a broadcast. So this one is live, totally live. Aziz, to answer that question. Hope you're still on to hear it. So yeah, man, we have a lot of stuff going on. I still have some people on this event, and my hair is just doing some radical stuff right now. Let me go in and see who else has come into EasyWebinar. Okay, awesome. Sean Michael Brown has come through. Nice. Bridget Ward has come through. Welcome, Bridget. I can't pronounce this name. Hefna Pasdotti. Thank you so much for coming through, though. Even though I'm sorry, I'm butchering your name. Peter has come through. Nice, Peter. Yep. Stephanie Finkelstein has come through. Welcome, Stephanie. Julie Lowe has come through as well. So guys, man, we have a lot of people that are coming in, and they are our newest customers. Man, I am so excited to see you guys in there. And here, I just have to show this because I think it's just so nice to see all these new people that have rolled in the door. Just in the last 2 hours. Yeah, it looks like just 2 hours. So I'll just show this very quickly. I don't normally do this, but I think it's kind of interesting to show, just the level of response we're getting from people who are coming into the program. Thank you guys so much. Everybody who's attending, your name is probably on this list. So thank you so much for just coming through. You guys rock, so I just really appreciate everybody who's just being a part of this. Just really, I know you're going to get so much out of it. So again, thank you guys so much. Everybody who's just come through, you guys, it's you're going to have a great time in here. You're going to grow a lot. And if you have done webinars, or haven't done webinars, you're going to get the support you need. So, all right, I'm going to call it quits. We're at 4 hours up, and I'm just going to close shop now. So thank you. Much love to you. Thank you for being here. Those who stuck around to the bitter end, you guys are troopers. I'm going to have to go get a little bit of food because my brain is, as we've already said, is complete mush. And thank you. Aziz, yes, I responded. He said, this landing page does not show the chat feature or attendee count. Right. You can enable that or disable that, Aziz. That's the thing about it. Yep, it had these are different pages. EasyWebinar creates different pages. He said the one I was on with you and Chris, the chat window was on the side. You see, I saw the attendee count. I could put my name in, and you saw other people in the event. That's the brilliant thing about this. We have so many different templates that you can use, so many different applications. You can have third-party chat like Chatwing in there, just like how we did it with Chris. You can have it the way we have it with you right now. So it's like there are so many different ways to use it. So thank you, man. Hey, Jeff said, hey, I've been here since the Goofy started on this marathon. You need to wrap it up. Hug your wife and comb your hair. Thank you for a great info and products. Thank you so much, Jeff. And of course, I get someone who's coming at the very, very end of this when my brain is fried, saying, what is the difference between you and Webinar Express? Okay, here's the biggest difference. The biggest difference is we've been on the market for 3 years. We've been an automated webinar platform for the longest time. We've gotten all the bugs out ever. You're not going to find any bugs in any of the automated platform that we have. We also do live events. We are the only software that streams automated events in your attendee's own time zone and that stream in real time. Both of those together. No other software has that. And we do live events as well. That's the biggest difference. We are a much more robust platform. The biggest difference, I mean, I know the owner, and it definitely works. We just added more stuff to it. We have more options. We have a really tight community. So I mean, I know people keep asking, what are the difference between this and this? What you get is high quality customer service, a product that's been proven, tested in the market with hundreds of testimonials from people that are using it. And that really speaks for itself. And we're the only software that can do live and automated in one platform, and the ability to go from what was once live to an automated with one simple click of the button. There's no other software that can do that. Hope that answered your question, Marilyn. Thank you, Casey. Or thanks, Clay. Aziz, I'm a customer, bought in. Thank you, Aziz, so much, man. I'll see you on the inside for sure. Thank you, guys. Thanks, everybody who have come in and just participated with me today. You guys are awesome. So thank you. I'm going to end this. I know that we had some additional people come in. Don looks like he just walked in the room, and we are shutting down. So actually, Don just registered for this event. This is what's funny. Remember how I set this event up to be automated? Well, he just registered for it tomorrow at 11 a.m. That's what he just did. So I might have to I may have to just say webinar is over so people can't access it. But no, I'm getting people that are registering for this same event for tomorrow because I changed it to evergreen. So cool stuff, right? It's crazy, right? All right, people. I'm out. I'm outie. So I'll see you later. Much love to you. And if you're not inside EasyWebinar, get in now before midnight to get access to the $1,900 worth of bonuses, plus the one-time price of $397, which gets you unlimited access, and it gets you into the hosted version when we have that coming out. And you won't have to pay $397 per year. That happens when the launch is over. Okay. I'll talk to you later, and see you soon. Bye-bye.